when you drive on the E-way, bro.
Or you just, what's the difference between this and?
Well, this is like a torch. There you go. See?
God damn it.
You see that, man?
See what, man?
Torch.
That's how you fuck up the blunt, guy.
How? Is it fucked up? It ain't fucked up.
You just put this out?
Put that ass on. Yeah, ain't shit left on there. You gonna try to smoke some more of that?
No, I just thought it was a little bit left.
Nah, it wasn't. You gave it to me with a little bit. The fuck? Motherfucker. It was something else. You had that long ass list. You want us to go off of the list? We can. It's a lot of stuff, man.
Did you listen to anything, man?
What, like music? Let me look at your shit.
Pause. I think I should stop. Whoa.
What?
Pause.
What?
Let me look at your shit. It's like you gonna come in.
Get the fuck out of here.
Pause, man.
Why the fuck is it even rolling?
Excuse me.
I'm looking at the list, man. I'm looking at
Clarify.
Motherfucker put an L. Oh shit.
Some type of noise.
Well, we got a visual, so they see me looking at the motherfucking camera.
They can, but the audio, it just sounds a little weird.
Yeah, I mean, the recession too. What's that? You saying that's the time we in, or that's the Jeezy album?
It's a Jeezy album, man.
He still trying to make more music.
We just gonna ramble off the list right
No, I just want to just get that in there. Like,
we're gonna talk about it. It's a topic.
you trying to make more music?
Jeezy has an album coming out.
All right, man, let's roll. Fuck it, we rolling. Let me get my mic really close. Matter of fact, we put this mic. We scoot all the way the fuck up. Can you get me real clear? Austin.
No!
Hey, man. What we starting? This is weird. Do we do the intro or do we just, what the fuck do we do? This is awkward. This is an awkward intro. We almost 2 minutes in? All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and start with the intro. This is episode 35. 34.
Shaq's number, man. Lakers.
Shaq.
Dominic Diesel.
Who else wore 34?
It doesn't matter. Barkley.
Chuck. This is episode 34 of the Straight Gas on Me podcast.
Chuck no bubble.
I am Daeo, the truth teller. Cross slapstick comedy. Kevin Hart. Maybe that's what that is. I didn't see it yet. Watching it tonight. Tomorrow.
Of course you didn't see it.
Yeah, I wanted to watch it last night, but she said, no, what we going to watch tomorrow? And of course, we haven't watched anything today. So, I got to get pushed off. You know, I can't watch it alone. My torch is working. This is episode 34 of the Straight Gas on Me podcast. Like I said, I am Daeo, the truth teller. And across from me, we have Certified Lover Boy, Double D, D Block, Man of a Million Names. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. That's a nice country guy, man. Fresh West Side country guy.
You know, I had that hard water, so I got to do a little more brushing. Fucking have me real rough and shit, man. I was sitting there waiting on that nigga for like 30 minutes. I just put the brush to this shit. And it was decent. I ain't put the do-rag on. Put a little grease and put the do-rag on. You know, the last time you saw my shit, my line was a little uneven up front. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? What you gonna say? Go ahead, get it out the way, man. Get it all out.
I got nothing to say, man.
Get it out, man. But thanks, man. Thanks for noticing the cut, man.
Nice cut.
How's your week been, sir? What do you want to get into? You want to get into it, or you want to tell us about your week?
My week, I don't know, I feel like I was going to pull on a Daeo line, man. My week has been my week. I think I was going to say that.
That's fine. That's what it is. It
hasn't really been too much, man. Just been noticing and witnessing the chaos and everything's been going on with the PS5. I've yet to get one.
Well, that's because you said it's optional. You're not interested in it.
Nah, I'm more interested in my birthday coming up. Sagittarius season is upon us. I believe it starts on the 21st.
Man, that shit is around the corner, ain't it?
Yeah, it's coming up. Thanksgiving is coming up.
Thanksgiving next week. Can you believe that? Dominican Earth. He said he's gonna come back Sunday. He's gonna make Sunday brunch. You know what I'm saying? I told him I was gonna let you know. I'll let you know live on air so we can get your response while we're live and while we have an audio recorded. So just extending the invite so you won't say that I didn't invite him. And
this Sunday?
This Sunday.
He's making, so what time is it?
Well, he's gonna be making, oh damn, you don't eat seafood, I'll change it. He's gonna make like tilapia. This nigga wanna make sweet potatoes. I said, nigga, you want Thanksgiving Thursday? I don't want that shit right now. But he wanna put like a Sunday dinner type shit. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. So I'll change it. We'll change the rub my hands like Birdman. It's a little chilly in the den today.
You're versing
because I've listened to the episode and I look at the thread when you put it all in there because you think I probably don't pay attention to what you got going on whenever you do it. You know what I'm saying?
You listened to the episode?
I did listen to
the
episode.
You listened to something? Fucking gotta listen to the episode. I can't believe it.
Don't gotta make it about me, man. We talking about your week, but somehow we made it about me.
It's always about Daeo and Daeo's being.
No, man.
This guy's a guy who does not respect others' time when it's not in his own hands.
So I asked, no, because I asked in the beginning. I'm like, do you want to just chill, warm up? I'm like, we haven't had much conversation. I haven't had much work, so we haven't talked as much. So I'm like, maybe you got a lot of stuff you want to get out. It's been a week. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that maybe that's what it is. So, but I mean, if you want to show up and we just get right to business, we can do that.
You come with Club Gas, man. Motherfucker, you ever been around somebody got that aura and just let you know, man? They come in, slap their hands, man. All right, man. You ready? Motherfucker, take the blunts out, drop them on the table. Keys to the table, he gets it ready, man. He gets ready and stands. I get over there, motherfucker, come to the door, fans halfway off his hands, kids everywhere. Man, long day, man.
I can't wait. I can't wait for your ass to have some kids.
It's all right, man.
So you can understand. You'll understand, but hey, man.
We'll start off like this. We're gonna fuck about your week this week, man. So I was watching Vlad TV, man, and since we always bring up kids, I was like, there was something I seen about fucking kids that maybe it reminded me of you when I was watching.
Who was Vlad interviewing?
He was interviewing Tiny, but it wasn't that reminded me of that. But it was some.
Why was you watching that one anyway?
I'm interested in it. Because it said about T.I. and her and T.I. cheating, and they had a conversation about it, but it was one of those clickbait headlines that Vlad like to do sometimes when you don't really know what it was. But she said that after that they had their last daughter, when they were scared to do the reality TV show, because like everybody else that had did reality TV, they broke up afterwards or whatever.
Yeah.
So she was a little nervous about that. So then she was like, the relationship took a little turn after they had their baby. She was like, she don't know what it is. Like the first few months after she has a baby, after you have a kid, it's just something. You know what I'm saying? The relationship is a strain on it. Something just, she don't know what it is. She said it's just something. So I wanted to come in here and ask you, someone who has several kids, is that true? Like after the baby comes along, is it a couple of month adjustment of it? And what do you feel like that is from a man's perspective? Because she said maybe it's because the woman is caring so much for the child that maybe the man may feel neglected or whatever. But
no, it ain't the man. It's the woman. It ain't the man. And why I can say in my case, and most of the people that I know, I'm not gonna defend all you niggas. Cause some of you niggas is just undefendable. But I always tell people that. I remember telling Ersky that shit. Like, you'll know it's a real test to your relationship after the baby, because most people their relationship fall apart after the baby, which is crazy to me, because after the first one, even in my relationship, like the first after Talia, we had our turbulence and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But prior to that, you would think that you wouldn't have it. Like when the moment that she's giving birth, that moment there, I felt like I would never have an argument with her again. Like you just feel like it's such a different place when you finally see your child being born. You're like, damn, this actually happened. And you want to do, I remember like her birthday, we didn't have much. And I'm like, I borrowed like $20 to go get like a little small lemon cake and Italian beef. You know what I'm saying? It was like, because that's what she wanted. And we go from that to like not even talking. You know what I'm saying? And it's always that. I say Ersky, I think everybody that I know that had a kid, you going to go through it. No way to avoid it. You'll just learn from it after the first child. So you're better prepared after that. So you'll understand that. I think what it is, a lot of things are so unusual. You have to learn how to have more patience. I think it's mainly like patience based because early on in a relationship, you would see like you would battle with everything. Every small disagreement, we gotta. Okay, you gotta hear me out on this. We gotta talk about this. After a while, it's just more so like being submissive, where you just like, all right, I know to just let that go. Just don't harp on a lot of things. You let things go. It's like being sensitive to her emotions and pretty much, and it is like helping. Because I think with Talia, it comes down to the way you handle, like you say, like they care so much for the baby, they've been carrying the baby. So just small things like when the baby wake up in the middle of the night, you get your ass up instead of allowing her to get up. Right. Most of the time, you're going to get up, she's going to make you move anyway. So you'll be like, I got it. Then she's going to say, nah, I got it. You lay your ass back down. It's all about an illusion to act like I want to do it. Like, don't worry, I got to change the diaper. They're going to be like, no, I got it. You be like, you sure? All right, you really happy inside. You know what I'm saying? But it's just about like, I think the kid plays a major factor in just the way that the man handles that situation. Because you're going to have to find a balance between the child and the woman. You know what I'm saying? With the first one, it's hard. Because this is my new child. But, you know what I'm saying, she still needs that attention too. Right. It's an attention thing, you know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is like I do see some women with men who they act like the baby, nothing has changed. Like the baby's here, but they still out, and the woman is at home with the kid all day. Now those are the ones I can't defend. Right. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. I think that's all I got for that.
Well, was it a change for the other two? Or was
no,
it, was
the
it
other
better?
two were different. It was better. I better prepared for it.
So it didn't have that strain on
Nah, because you learn from it. So like some people, you learn from your mistakes and you learn from past situations. Some people are just stubborn to it. Like it's just like having unsuccessful relationships. You know the things that you're doing wrong. You start off not doing it, then you find yourself back comfortable and you know where it's headed. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like discipline. It's just all about discipline, man.
You didn't.
Ain't answer?
It's a good answer, man. Rick, Scott, what do you want?
Oh, okay, no, I thought you were going to say I didn't answer.
Good answer. What do you want?
Family Feud. I'm going to start watching that. Steve Harvey's funny as hell. With some of the reactions people we be getting from that.
He's all right.
Stumbling, babbling, bumbling, rumbling. Because we smoking a lot of motherfucking, whatever the fuck. God damn, it's going to be a tough episode. Yeah, man. That's all I got for that. You said think that was a good quality answer?
I think it was decent.
I want to know what your brother had to say about that.
he probably agree.
He's going to agree. I know he's going to agree.
The same amount. I think he got you beat on about one. But
same sign. He going to agree.
Yeah, I think he agree with you. I can see that or whatever. About the kid being estranged on the relationship and making it harder for.
It's just something new. Just you trying to, learning to adjust. Or adapt to having all those new things.
That's what she said. She was like, it's like a new stress, like a new everything. Like everything is just new and shit is just compounded or whatever. But
yeah, that's what it really come down to. Oh, excuse me. I pull my hoodie down. But what's up, man? That's it.
We'll get into Kevin Hart, man.
Yeah, we're gonna go right into Kevin Hart. I ain't even see it.
It's not my fucking fault.
All right, don't ruin it. Was it funny?
No. I didn't like it.
Because it didn't meet up to your expectations?
I'll say that.
Okay.
So, because it didn't meet up to my expectations, I didn't enjoy it. And I prepared for it. I was actually mad. I waited up to 12 o'clock. Waited up for it. Had a blunt ready. Sat back. Couldn't find it. I shut the shit off. I cut the whole game off. I'm like, maybe it's the download here. I waited till 1 o'clock in the morning and still didn't download. Oh, man, fuck this shit. That's how I was turned off right off the bat with it. But then, I'm like, all right, cool. So I woke up in the morning. It's just an hour and 9 minutes. Woke up in the morning. cut the shit on, fired up a button, I watched it, and I'm like, it started off decent, you know, you do like those little skits or whatever in the front, and it just, like, it was slick. Like,
I never watched the skits.
Yeah, like, it was decent. Like how he did it, he just walked. I don't want to ruin the whole setup, you know,
I got
triggers of it, but the way he did it and got into this shit was decent. It put me in the mindset of how Dave Chappelle did one of his stand-ups, where he was just standing there like, it looked like he just walked into a restaurant, and it was just like super close. It was like a couple of motherfuckers, like 20, 30 motherfuckers. So that's how this shit is. Like, it's not a big crowd, it's just like literally like 25 to 30 people in there with him. And it's like an intimate setting. And I started to think when I first seen it, like, man, it's Kevin Hart's comedy. He don't have that type of comedy to me where it can only be a couple of people in there.
He need a big ass crowd.
Yeah, because he need that crowd reaction. Because everybody ain't gonna find it funny, but you would get those little pockets and it'll sound good in the arena where that shit funny. Yeah. So and then I'm like, it ain't gonna be like this because Dave Chappelle can sit in there, he could just, like, his voice and his delivery and everything, and he just be in awe, and he just say some funny shit and it just erupts in a laughter or whatever. So it's like, he never really got that to me, and it was the same old Kevin Hart. So you know he's gonna give you his family, he's gonna give you the evolution. If you just go back from Kevin Hart, it's just the evolution of kid jokes. So before his sons, his head was so big that he couldn't stand up, and then it was the acting like Jordan from Bernie Mac, and you know, now it's like the next evolution because his son is like, what, 15, 16 or whatever. So it's like,
some masturbation and shit.
Yeah, like, instead of giving us that.
Just guessing.
So it's like, I'm not saying it's not something that's not, it's decent, but it just wasn't that funny to me. What it did do, it was funny that after I watched it, what was trending was his "Don't Fuck This Up" thing, his TV show. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, that's funny. Don't fuck this up, because I feel like he really fucked this up with this special, because shit just really, it didn't hit to me. You know what I'm saying?
How long is it?
It's only an hour.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, it didn't feel like it's something that anybody's gonna talk about the next day. It wasn't any jokes. Even when he talked about COVID, like, he just went right through it. Like, he didn't attack either side of it. He didn't attack Trump. He didn't do or say really anything, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like...
Do you think the lack of a crowd, which caused them to try to transition through, like, some of those jokes? Because maybe it's not getting the reaction that he needs. Maybe he knows that. So maybe he's transitioning through...
It's just how he went about it, because when he went about COVID, he went about saying he had COVID. And his experience with COVID. But not America's experience with COVID. You know what I'm saying? Like, Zero Fucks Given is the name of the show. But it's Zero Fucks. I was hoping that Zero Fucks Given to America. It was Zero Fucks Given to my life and my family life and et cetera, et cetera. And he had what he would deem a couple of racy jokes that may get him in trouble or get him canceled. But even those is just like,
he clickbaited you with the headline.
Yeah, it just wasn't really shit to me. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't.
No standout funny moments, like, that you can, because even if all of them at least had like one standout funny moment.
Yeah, even the one that's the irresponsible, he kept the sun-sided, like, that shit was funny as hell to me. But, and what I will say this, Kevin Hart always be funny to me because his voice, his mannerisms and all that. So I'm not saying that this is not funny, but what we expect from Kevin Hart. It's like seeing LeBron get on the court and he just go out there and give you 10 points. You'll be like, damn, that's all you gave me? Y'all won. You gave me 15 and 9 though. It's like,
I start to look weak.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't want to say he phoning it in, but he's just doing that regular shit. It's like, give me something different. Challenge yourself, you know what I'm saying? Come out there and show me that you can, you know what I'm saying, make me laugh in a different way. Be a little edgy or whatever. And he said this is 7 comedy special. He maybe gonna get to 10. Hopefully at the 10th one he'll really do that and he'll really give you
not give a fuck.
Yeah, like his assessment on life in America. Because everybody done did it. Bernie Mac, Chris Rock, all the motherfuckers come out there and they give you their opinion on what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't feel like with Kevin Hart, you can look at his stand-up and put a timestamp on what is going on in America or what is going on
each time he's there
at that time. Yeah. So it's like, I can put a timestamp on who's in the audience and maybe it's jokes, but I can look at this. I can look at a Dave Chappelle special and it'd be like, alright, he can capitalize 2020 for me.
Even Mike Evans do that shit.
Yeah.
Here's a little comedy thing.
Kevin Hart, you look at his shit, he capitalizes his life. And he does say it. I looked at his interview on the Breakfast Club, he was like, man, this is just what he wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? If you like it, you don't. If you do, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I appreciate that, but it's like, as a fan of his, it's like, I want to see you just something different. You know what I'm saying? Do more. You don't have to be so safe. And he keeps saying that, like, he's such this big brand that he can't say the wrong thing because he'll fuck himself up or you know what I'm saying, he'll fuck up a lot of money. Once again, I get that, I understand that. But in my eyes, I don't think it's anything Kevin Hart can say that'll fuck up his money because you still Kevin Hart and you've done such a great job of putting yourself in a position to where you can say what the fuck you want to say.
No, I think he's done reverse. I think he put himself in a position to where he has put that roadblock in front of himself. Well, like, my brand is this. Mm-hmm. So now, because he started to scale back on a lot of things, you can no longer cross back over because he always makes a big deal about it. Like, not just the media, like, he will come and add on to it, like, hey, yeah, this is a big deal. Just say it. Like, Mike, they'll just say the shit. You'd be like, I was looking at somebody and they was calling somebody a faggot. And I couldn't believe it. Like, hearing somebody call somebody a faggot nowadays is like, you be like,
say it twice.
No, she's not calling. It's not like, to me, I'm gonna say this. You can call me a million things in the world. You can call me a bitch. You call me a faggot. It's just like, you want to fight. You know what I'm saying? And that's not even like, I don't even attest that to just like being a gay person. It's just that word. I don't know if it's just some word that you be like, you gonna call me a faggot. Like, that's like a word that you should never call nobody. I think that's just as bad as like nigga, bro. Like, you call me faggot, like, cause that's international. Like, that ain't just for one person, they ain't a race. Like, for somebody to say that they gotta either really feel that way about you, or really have some type of disdain for you.
I agree. I think that's the number one fight word. For man,
yo, faggot ass, you be like, even if you say it like that, it's still more like, yo, bitch ass. You be like, you could kind of let that slide. It could slide off. Yeah. One will be like, you fucking faggot. Like, you be like, all right, we fucking fight, Joe. Like, what the fuck you mean? You know what I'm saying? For somebody to call me like that, like, yeah, man. I think that's what I'm saying. Even something like that. When I heard that, I was like, I forgot who said that. I think, was it Block Boy JB? When he was like, Xboxes is for
gay people.
Gay people. So, like, he said that he ain't get no backlash. Maybe because it's who he is. Nobody really cares. But if you don't put that sensitive ass aura around you like Kevin Hart does, then they can't attack you for it because you really just don't give a fuck. You like, well, I said what I said, and I don't mean it to direct it at a group of gay people. Like, I'm not saying this about gay people. Like, when I say this is jokes, comedy. I'm pretty sure it's gay people that watch it and find it funny. They're not offended because you're not calling me a faggot. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? I don't know, man. But Kevin Hart do it to himself. Like, Kevin Hart.
I agree. Because even in the interview, he just kept talking about how big his brand is. It's all about my brand. His brand is like,
fuck your brand.
He just makes you look at him in a different light. Like, you don't want him to do anything wrong. You don't want him to fuck up. Like you said, he put that pressure on himself to be so perfect and so, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like, yeah.
You're not LeBron, nigga. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, even LeBron, like, he won't cross the line. He is like,
I feel like LeBron started to scale back from that. Like, I feel like he was heading that way of perfection. And he started to look at it like, nah, I don't want that to be my life. So he started doing little videos, listening to rap. He started saying nigga.
Like that moment down.
LeBron said, hey man, fuck y'all. Y'all not gonna picture on me and make me a lame ass, suit and tie ass nigga in the end of my career. Like, he would have did
When that nigga was in the barbershop venue.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, he be cursing and that like.
The way he was, that's when I was like, okay, LeBron. 'Cause I'm thinking like LeBron finna sit there and be like, yeah, oh man, dang, and like I'd be like, so lame ass LeBron. The way he's just speaking freely, I'm like, it's a regular nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's just a regular nigga with a lot of good traits and characteristics. And you like you just gotta have respect for a man that carry himself like that. You know what I'm saying? On top of like, he's always in the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? He just always conducts himself like to the highest. You know what I'm saying? Didn't they say he fucked Beyonce or something? Went in a rumor.
Excuse me?
Yeah, you know that rumor?
Whoa, wow.
Excuse me? Yeah, they say it was a rumor. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nah.
The rumors are rumors.
Nah.
But if you get a fuck up in your career,
nah.
That could be legible. Like, I fucked up and fucked Beyonce, baby. Like, what the fuck she gonna say to you?
How can we?
What the fuck she gonna say?
What would Jay-Z say?
We don't talk about the man. First, we didn't talk about the
LeBron wife.
Look, what the fuck can the wife say?
She can't say nothing.
Baby, I can't believe you. She probably be like, really?
She's gonna be mad that you didn't call me.
Yeah, really? How was it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you get a fuck up like that, but I don't think that's true. I'm just saying. I think that was one of the rumors that they were throwing out. They were trying to tarnish his legacy.
I never heard that, man. LeBron James is gonna go down. Man.
Look it up. The rundown, nigga.
All five.
Yeah. Bull on the road. What he said? The something on the road. Anyway, that's a sidebar. That's the rundown.
LeBron is gonna go down as the greatest human being. He's famous since 16. Never not one fuck up. Not one story or whatever. But that's not about LeBron James, current NBA champion, Finals MVP, gonna go back to back. But yeah, this Kevin Hart shit, man, is he's just too safe. I'm waiting for Kevin Hart to be a little unsafe.
Yeah, you'll be waiting.
Yeah.
I watch.
He keeps emphasizing like Kevin Hart's one of those people you look at and you really think, how happy are you really?
Not.
Because he emphasizes like his age. I'm 41, man. I'm getting old. I gotta stop doing this. It's like, fam, like why? Like Mike
working out all day.
Mike Evans turned 50. I'm like, you 50? Like you be fucking rollerblading and eating your ass through your house and everything. Like you don't act like Kevin Hart. Like you said, just like, are you really?
Robot.
Are you happy with all this success and everything you got? It's like it just don't.
Robot.
Sometimes you be looking at people like, man, it just don't feel like you truly happy with the shit that you got.
That's why I compare the two. You know what I watched the other day, and you ever seen Harlem Nights? And you should if you haven't.
Mm-hmm.
All right, see, so that's what I'm saying, and it's.
I saw the first 15 minutes of it. I said, give me a credit for that.
How did you feel about
it? It was funny as fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Like I remember seeing it when I was younger, and I always know like it's just like a generational like. One of those black movies that you have to see if you black, right? So I was watching it, and that's why I said, like, it was on. In the first 15, I was looking at it, and I was like, I'm gonna watch this shit. And just the way Eddie Murphy is Kevin Hart before Kevin Hart for me. That's who the fuck Eddie Murphy is. Well, I always be like, what's the big hype around Eddie Murphy, even though he had a singing career too. But when I see him act like that, he was like, I'm gonna beat this bitch. I'm gonna beat you, big bitch. The way he was talking to her, I was like, I want to see Eddie Murphy that way. So I was thinking, like, if they made a remake, like, could they do that? Like, who would you think they can cast to be like it was a lot of motherfuckers in there.
To do that?
A lot of classic fucking.
I don't know. I would want to see Kevin Hart be cast as whatever character that's gonna bring him out and make him. So if it's the Eddie Murphy, I didn't see the whole movie. So if it's the Eddie Murphy character that's gonna bring him out, and I wouldn't want to see him be that typical safe, funny guy that's gonna come around and do the point and make you laugh.
Like nobody was doing that in that movie.
That's what I never said. I want to like how so what was told to me was life was just like Harlem Nights for that. So how they brought all those black actors in there. So it's like, and they all took it to the extreme with some of their jokes and shit like that. So it's like, yeah, I don't know who would do it. Kevin Hart was
straight rated R, but Kevin Hart would definitely be who you would want to cast to be like an Eddie Murphy for who he is and for this time. I don't think he would be able to play that role. I don't think he would be able to fill those that he wouldn't be able to fill those shoes of Eddie Murphy. Richard Pryor, people always talk about how funny Richard Pryor was. He was like serious funny. Like his facial expressions and shit, like he wasn't even really funny to me in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it wasn't one of those movies, it was like it felt like a serious movie with a lot of comedians and shit. Like even, I think it was Arsenio Hall in there. I was like, just the shit that they be doing, like, I would like to see a remake, and I will see. Maybe that's a later time. See who you would cast for that. Kind of went off the subject with that one, but just wanted to get your opinion on it.
Yeah, but I'm watching Harden one day, man.
I watch it all the way through. Coming to America.
I still haven't seen that.
Watch Coming to. You have to watch Coming to America.
Watch all these, man. We're having a black cinema.
Coming to America. Watch that first.
I'm a black cinema night, man.
Can you watch that first? Coming to America.
Y'all, everybody's overhyped it.
No, watch that first.
I don't think it's going to be as funny as what people make it out to be.
It all depends on what you get, what kind of humor you're looking for. It's
I have to watch it by myself.
Yes.
Because when you watch with other people, you get that motherfucking sense of motherfucker be looking at you.
Wait,
like,
no more?
It's gonna laugh at this part. It's like, too much pressure. Black people put a lot of pressure on shit that they love and that's beloved. I never sit in the car with a black motherfucker listen to the chronic like that.
It's true, motherfucker. Look at you for validation. You be like, here come that funny part.
House Party? Oh man, so much pressure watching House Party for the first time.
I love House Party. I still watch House Party to this day. House Party is classic.
Are you gonna watch the 6ix9ine documentary?
No.
It's coming on Hulu.
No. Wow, I don't have any interest in it.
No, you don't think a lot of people are gonna watch it?
Yeah, a lot of people gonna watch it. A lot of people follow that stupid shit. Just not me. We not gonna watch that. I don't know. You gonna watch it?
Honestly,
yeah.
I'm not. I want to.
What do you want to get out of it?
I seen the trailer, and I was like, it looks. I don't want to say it looks interesting, but it's like.
What do you like?
I don't know. That's why I'm not going to watch it because. I've seen the story play out. I've seen the story.
Right, so what I'm saying, like, what are we gonna just see behind the scenes? We know he's fake, so like, what is he gonna be like? Oh well, he can't tell you
The only reason I would watch it is to see the beginning part. So they was talking about how he basically became who he is now. So I would watch it for that part only, just to see how this shit really manifests and become that. But aside from that, once he got famous. I really want to see that shit. It'd be like it depends on who puts the documentary together. Because sometimes the way they put the documentaries together, some of the footage with the music and shit, that shit do be cold, it be decently interesting. But I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah, no, I ain't got no interest in that. None at all. None. What else? You want me to go? You want me to get the phone?
Damn, man, you ain't fucking with 6ix9ine?
Nah, hell no. Let's move right past that shit. We got a lot of other things we can get into.
We could jump right here first into sports, into the NBA draft that we watched.
But we don't have to. We got a lot of. Well, that's up to you.
What do you want to talk about then, man?
No, you can run down the list. We got a lot of shit. We got verses.
What do you want to talk about?
We got things. We got Wayne. Wayne being arrested. How do you feel about Wayne being arrested? No, you want to ask me that?
No, yeah. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I don't feel sorry for him.
Did you listen to his remix of Pussy Talk? I heard.
I'm not listening to that song. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn who on it. You know what? When I watched the performance, I looked at the performance reluctantly at your home, but I told you I'll watch the performance. I said, oh, okay. I tried to listen to the real version. It is absolutely terrible. It's fucking horrible music. I don't want to hear it. Wayne is on it with who?
I'm not sure.
The fuck is Wayne talking about? It's right up his alley, huh? Pussy talk. Never mind. Pass. But, I absolutely don't feel sorry for Lil Wayne. He just got caught a couple months ago with a gold gun or something like. What are you doing? At this point, what are you doing, Lil Wayne? You're not going to shoot anyone. You're not going to shoot anyone. You're not a tough guy. You're my favorite rapper, let me say that. But
are you this mad because you feel like he's a Trump supporter? Or is this
this is just karma. Like when I saw 50 put the thing, I'm like, oh shit, you better call this nigga. Like, nah. Nothing's gonna matter now. You know what I'm saying? But like, what are you doing? Like,
why's it gotta be his karma just because of who he chooses?
Wayne is because it's not about who he chooses. That wasn't what it was. It's a grab.
To that, though.
No, it's a grab. Like if it was genuine, like Lil Pump. Didn't even register to vote. It's not genuine. You're just doing it for, Wayne didn't have to do it. That's what I understand. You don't know what the fuck is going on, Wayne. You just want to, stay your ass up there with that big ass vest sweater on, smiling, just talking about some platinum plan. Ain't heard nothing about it. You ain't seen nothing about it. But to get back into Wayne being arrested, I don't feel sorry for him. I don't understand why at 38 years old you still are riding around with pistols and loaded ammo. Where's your security? Where's your bodyguards? You are Lil Wayne, the car.
Who is now featured on the song Pussy Talk with Jack Harlow and Quavo and the City Girls.
How do you feel about Wayne being arrested? Because we're going to fast forward past that song. That's that Pussy Talk. Got 3 men on there. Got 3 men. What they talking about? How they make the pussy talk when they fuck or eat it or something? Maybe. I don't know. Won't ever get listened to. Ever. Never.
I don't give a fuck about Wayne getting arrested. I'm looking at it like you said, firearms at this age. Like, why? It's like, if it's not the Joel Santana one where you just got caught in the airport, but like, I can understand that. I can understand you forgetting that you got the gun in your bag or whatever. But like you say, for Wayne at this age to still be riding around, it's
not by itself.
It strikes you as odd. And the reason why, and I wonder if we can transition into, I was trying to listen to 2 Chainz album, and I was trying to listen to the Baby Pluto shit with Future and Lil Uzi Vert. And with all 3 of these stories, I will say, these men are old as hell now. It's like, at what point? At what point are you going to transition and get out of who you are or who you used to be? Like, for 2 Chainz is 45 years old, still rapping. Like, it's like he's still making
2 Chainz, man. He better not be 45 years old.
45 years old, still making music for 20-year-olds. Like, and I was listening to the See the Thing Is podcast, and they were saying that and one of the girls said that. And I'm like, this is so true. Like, it goes to what we was talking about. We're going to get it out. We're going to go to that story.
I'm so fucking high.
But, let me get it out, man, dog. I just don't understand why it's so hard for certain people to get out of their old past selves. Like,
it's not his past self. That's what's so disturbing.
What is it? That's what I'm looking at. Like, okay, Wayne, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Who's your enemy? Who do you have beef with? And what reason are you traveling around with pounds of weed, money? And I'm pretty sure he got arrested, like in a car or whatever. It was money, weed, pills, and a gun. Like,
you didn't even say what he got arrested in.
But it's just like
you just said. That's what's weird about it.
You're not that even type of rapper anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like
you're Lil Wayne.
Why is they all not registered? Why is they not legal?
Well, he's a felon, convicted on gun charges. Why do you keep having them?
Oh, he can't have them no more?
No, you fucking felon. You can't carry guns no more. Get your fucking security. I know you got it, Wayne. I know you have security. What are you doing? You're not trying to prove a point. That's what is so disturbing. You think he'll do jail time? How they say 10 years? He already did a year.
He may. That's what I'm saying. Like, if he gets convicted,
it's feds.
He may have to do some real time, and it's fucked up. Yeah, that's crazy. So that means he'll be gone until he's like 40 something.
That's the weakest time. That's the weakest time served by a rapper of all time.
If you get
because it's so unnecessary. You like, what the fuck you doing? You ain't even got. And I love Wayne. Wayne is my favorite rapper. I want y'all to understand this. Lil Wayne is my nigga. You barely have 10 dreads in your fucking head. You are so far somewhere else. You went sneaker shopping. You dress fucking different. You're different. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why do you wait until you get in your 30s to get arrested and go to jail? That's like the same thing for rappers who become grown adult men and gangbang. Mm-hmm. Wayne started getting arrested in his 30s, man. He was on the fucking Cash Money tour around fucking BG, Turk, BG and Turk. Constantly getting arrested, constantly going to jail. Wayne squeaky fucking clean. Now you want to go to jail for guns? Get your stupid ass out of here, Wayne. I hope you don't do no jail time because you my mans, but if you do, oh well. The fuck? I'm done talking about Wayne. Wayne makes me sick sometimes. Some of the things he says and does. That's my nigga though.
I can agree, man. Amen to that. Did you listen to 2 Chainz album?
Don't make that no soundbite either. No, I didn't listen to 2 Chainz. No, I didn't. I was looking at academics them, and they gave a review on 2 Chainz. And Wayno was my age. And he's like, yeah, you know, Chainz, he really showing you that he could fuck your mom. But he's old enough to be with your mom, but he can still bag the 20-something-year-old chick. You know what I'm saying? He said Kevin Gates got the hardest verse on the entire album. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go listen to it to hear the Kevin Gates verse.
I couldn't even get to it. The song was called Gray Area. It was like, I'm old enough to be your dad, but young enough to fuck your mom.
Oh, well, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's like, even, I just look at it like, I guess like his rapping style, his rapping flow to me is just like, it's just tired. It's like, you want to hear something different. You want to hear.
You don't want to hear Moneymaker. I tell you that.
I skip past that song. Like, even, I don't know. Like, it's not like he ain't rapping, but it's just like, I just don't want to hear that music. It's like, I just don't feel it. So I
want to hear your voice.
Yeah, I cut that shit off, like, on song 6. I thought the song with him and Youngboy was going to be decent. That was the most tolerable song on there with him and Youngboy.
You got a song with Chief Keef?
I didn't even get that far. I didn't get to it.
I haven't listened to, I told you, I'm still on the Youngboy strike.
It was
I'm still on my Youngboy strike.
It's hard to listen to that verse, but, because he said something about, what the fuck he said? He said something about Savannah. He was like, my niggas from Savannah, they something. And I was like, I don't know if he's talking about, because I know dude from Savannah. I don't know if he's talking about Savannah, Georgia, or Savannah, Louisiana, or whatever. So I don't fucking know. But he did say something about
definitely talking about Savannah, Louisiana.
Is no such thing?
Not that I know of. I think he's talking about Savannah, Georgia. I think you're spot on with that.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's why I can't listen to it. Because on the song he got with Asian Doll coming out, he was dissing. And a lot of the things that he's saying is kind of accurate with what happened with Von. And that's why it's hard for me to listen to a lot of Von shit because it's so surreal. Because the shit that Von is saying happened to him. I'm like, nah, this not supposed to fucking happen to you, man. You try to rap and you try to die, you try to rap and you get killed, they gonna be mad at you. You know what I'm saying? That's what's happening. I'm just like, when I hear Von say a lot of shit,
I think I did record with
I don't know, fuck it. If it ain't, oh well. It's hard, man. It's hard to listen to Von. Like, Broke Ops, that's my shit. When I'm telling you, like, that's my shit. When that come on, when I look at these videos, I'm just like, damn, Von. But yeah, I couldn't listen to Youngboy. I'm still on the Youngboy strike. I'm going to listen to 2 Chainz. I just want to hear Sosa on the 2 Chainz version. Outside of that, no interest in listening to 2 Chainz. Never really been a fan of it.
And the only reason I wanted to listen to it was because everybody kept talking about how good of an album it was. Like, how, man.
It's lyric.
Yeah, like, this shit cold, like.
I said the same thing about 21 Savage.
Fuck. Yeah, like that shit, it didn't do nothing for me. I was just like, and I guess maybe I'll start taking that approach with music as well. Like how I do with movies and shit. Like, well, I stop looking at reviews and going into it with certain expectations because when you do that, you try to listen to it with the ear that somebody else has said or whatever. And you're like, man, that shit ain't good. And the reason why I want to, like, to do this podcast is because I want a different type of ear. Because the only ear that's out there with music that you really respect is that New York shit. And New York motherfuckers are super biased to a lot of the things that's going out, that's out there, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people that they hold in such high regard is like, what are y'all listening to and what are y'all hearing that's different than what everybody else is hearing or whatever? Like, I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast, they were talking about the T.I. versus Wayne shit. And they said, it was like, in a 20, it was like Wayne to beat T.I. 18-2. I'm like,
Who said that?
everybody was saying that shit. They didn't
On
get,
well?
on Joe Budden, they said Joe Budden podcast.
Your voice, okay.
They didn't get, but I disagree with them. I'm like,
Okay.
They didn't give him more than 4.
They never wrong.
The highest they gave.
They never wrong.
They
They
never
never wrong.
wrong.
They never wrong.
They're wrong about a lot of shit. They got that New York bias, but the highest you would give T.I. is 4? 4 wins? All those songs Wayne got. 4 wins. 4 fucking wins. I disagree with that.
You talk about the GOAT.
Whatever. Since you want to jump into the verse, we can go into the verses of Gucci versus Jeezy.
Before that, I listened to Kodak album.
Oh,
I did listen to Kodak.
I
Kodak is like you have to be a fan of a certain type of beat with Kodak for me. So it's about 3 songs on there that I saved to my playlist. Outside of that, I'm not saying it's bad. It's a Kodak album. It's decent. It kind of reminds me of Melly album. Cause they both locked up. You can tell it's not current songs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the one thing and just to go back on Vaughn for 1 second, like that's the one thing I hope that they don't do. Like it's kind of tough because you don't want them to release all of his music too soon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you don't want them to release it and then it's kind of dated.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Kodak shit was decent. You know what I'm saying?
We just stay on music before we jump to the verses. Your boy put out an album. Did you hear it? A little short EP.
Who?
The White Russian. Russ.
First off,
The White Italian, I should say.
I've never heard a Russ song outside of the one that you played. I would never listen to a Russ, and just not interested. I would never listen to Jack Harlow if Wayne wasn't on the song. I saw they had a basketball thing and they got into a scuffle. What a joke. Russ always trying to fight somebody. Like
He sounds so, he gangster, man. He sounds gangster in this music.
sit the fuck down. It's unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be tough like that.
He said one line. He said he always getting. He said that's how I know he's Italian. He said he always getting into it because he's Italian, so he talk with his hands. I'm messing up the bar. I'm messing up the bar or whatever, but the way he said it, he put it on there, that shit was cold. 23 minutes.
If Wayne did
it's
that.
called.
You would say
Wayne ain't Italian. So if he said,
we ain't gonna talk about Wayne.
No,
Keep on Russ.
do the voodoo shit.
Man, get down, run down Russ, man. Let us stay with Russ, man.
I was gonna let you know, man. Russ put out a 23-minute EP called Chomp. It's pretty good, man.
Yeah?
Pretty good. 6 songs.
Okay.
Got Crooked out on there, Busta Rhymes, Benny the Butcher.
Definitely don't want to hear those parts of the group. Well, who else you got? Benny the Butcher? Who else?
Ab-Soul.
Who?
Ab-Soul.
You ever see that Snoop Dogg over here? He's like, who? That shit just was. Ab-Soul.
You know who Ab-Soul is, man?
No, I don't. No, I do not.
Jersey, man. His battle album.
Did you listen to Busta Rhymes' album?
I did listen to some of
You
it.
see the track list? You see the features? You think I listened to one song? No. Who else? Who else on that album you said?
Your boy E said T.I. can't fuck with Busta on Instagram.
I'm gonna fuck what E said. E said a lot of shit that in his mind he believed. And he believed is the right thing because it's hip hop and it's the origins of music. And because Busta Rhymes can say, hey y'all, and it's a big song. Right, that's so. Hey y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, Busta, you got hits.
Stop disrespecting Busta Rhymes.
Nobody cares. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can have nobody gives a fuck.
Come on, man. You gonna get up and
I fucking hate Pastor Cavassier.
Jump.
I hate that shit.
The fool, you better watch out.
Joke comedy music. Busta Rhymes makes fun. This is what I'm saying. He can't sit here and tell me stuff. This is what they fucking hypocrites. He'll turn around. No. He'll tell me how cold Busta is, right? And how he got timeless music. All right. But it still doesn't attest to, you'll say, hey, Wayne was cold, he rapping. Now he's talking about pussy, and the music has no substance. Pass the Cavassier. What the fuck are you talking about, Buster? Pass the Cavassier, right? Yeah. That's a chorus. That's a chorus, okay?
Well,
and it was a hit.
But do you not remember the movie Ladies Man when his favorite drink was Cavassier? So
no, I understand drinks. I understand that. I'm saying, this is commercial as fuck. This is commercial as commercial can get.
Okay.
Put your hands with my eyes to see. Do. You know what I'm saying? Like, the beat is cold. What the fuck bars is Buster giving you in that song?
I don't remember that. Put your hands on.
What you saying, yo? Yo. Okay, stop telling me how much better these rappers are than Lil Wayne when they doing shit like this. Because if he did it,
well, that's that Buster. But when he came out, he was rapping different.
When? What song? Give me one. You know it?
He has a song with
do you know it?
Throw It Up. I keep going back to that song. We have with Wayne. We'll Throw It Up. You know I got
that was after. Put your hands on my ass and see.
Saying.
We talking about who they gonna say. They gonna say early years Busta.
No, that's what I'm saying. You can't keep saying early years, but you can't keep capitalizing Busta Rhymes from 90 to 1997 like he didn't evolve into a rapper who actually had real substance and real bars. You can't do that.
Now I'm saying that because people are gonna tell you that
because he killed the
very early version of Busta is bars. E is gonna give you some shit you never heard from him and say, you ain't heard this.
That's that New York shit.
This is what I'm saying. This is why I'm passionate about it right now.
That's the New York shit that's gonna say it because they don't care. They feel like when he switches it up and he starts rapping the other way, that he's probably doing he's going away from his original sound or whatever type of shit.
You know, so I'm telling you, they'll tell you that, but also still give you, hey y'all, or
it's a good song. It's a good song.
No, this is what I'm saying. They'll say they don't want to hear an artist that will give them a suggestion for, right? Because they're doing exactly what Busta was doing for his time. It was a hit. They're doing it now, or they've done it years past. He'll say, no, that shit is trash, right? But that artist is doing the same thing that you're calling trash. And then when I try to argue with you about that, you're going to say, oh, no, but let me tell you about when he did this. So it's just like me telling you, hey, Barry Bonds is the greatest of all time. And you are saying Mike Trout. And then you'll turn around and say, this nigga used steroids. What I'm going to say? Oh, man, but before you use steroids, you don't give a fuck, do you? Your argument is going to be like, who gives a fuck? I didn't see that. I'm talking about what I know and what he's known for. This is his history now. You know what I'm saying? This is who Busta is. He has a long catalog that's been watered down. And yes, he is one of the greats. But he wouldn't even be in my top fucking 30. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers will put Wayne in the 30, around 25 and 30, but Busta before him because of his accolades prior to Put Your Hands on My Eyes Can See.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying about the disrespect towards Wayne, but you're also disrespecting Busta Rhymes by saying you wouldn't put him in the top 30 because you can't.
For me,
I don't give a fuck who it is for. You can't name me 29 people that's better than Busta Rhymes rapping. You can't do it. Even if you want to just keep going with the shit or whatever.
No, I absolutely could.
You cannot.
I'm gonna tell you why I could.
You could sit up and name 20 motherfuckers. You can sit up there and honestly feel that's better than Busta Rhymes. Like,
you want to know how I could? Because my easy out would be the shit that they'll tell me that I couldn't make a list of 20 people without including motherfuckers like Big Daddy Kane and Kool Moe Dee, who I don't listen to or haven't heard. So if I make a list, if I make a list, they're not on my top 20. You see what I'm saying? It's mainly what I like. You know what I'm saying? So people like T.I. would be in there. But they'll tell me I'm a fool for putting him above certain people. I'm saying mine.
We're not talking about what they think.
Okay.
But
I'm telling you mine.
You can't find 20 rappers.
I'm telling you I can.
I don't think so.
And I'll give them to you.
Because you, not saying you is, but you ain't finna sit there and tell me Dirk, Vaughn.
I wouldn't dare put them. I wouldn't insult them like
Yeah.
I wouldn't insult Busta Rhymes like that.
So taking out all the new motherfuckers that's just rapping now.
Yeah.
BG done ain't better than Busta Rhymes either.
Why would I say BG? Why would I say that?
Name me your favorite rappers.
No, these are my favorite artists, okay?
Right.
But if I'm putting together a list, I'm being realistic, right?
Yeah, but you Memphis Bleak, Ja Rule, like these.
I don't listen to none of them. Like, they're all bad.
I'm trying to figure out.
Memphis Bleak, overrated. Rock, all the motherfuckers. Benny Siegel's better than
Would you put Big
Busta.
Steve over Busta?
Yes, I would.
Would he be what part of the people that's in there?
Excuse me? What did you just say? What did you just say? Tell me.
Would he be part of the people that's in there, in your list, in your 20? That's above Busta. Would Benny Siegel be in your 20?
Yes, he would.
Okay. We're not gonna stay on this.
We not, because I'm going to give it to you off air.
I think you're fucking full of shit. That's what I think you are, man. But you would not listen to the Russ album?
No. See, we could have just...
My favorite song on there was DJ Premier song.
Featuring who?
It's just him. It's on the DJ Premier beat. That's my favorite song on that.
It's a booty song?
It's him rapping. It's not. This is like.
Is he? What kind of rap? Is it like tough rap?
Rap. Like the first song with
Is
him.
it tough?
It's like swag tough. So it's not like tough I'll kill you, but it's just like.
I'll beat you up.
Not that. It's just like he's still like got that chip on his back to me. There's like people will respect him like how you are right now. Like you don't respect him because he's white. So
it's not what I said.
I'm just saying, like
don't put that on me.
Not what you said, but that's like the general consensus. Like most people don't want to give him his credit. He owned his own shit, making all this money. But people still don't want to put him up there as one of the people to be respected in rap. He can actually rap. Like,
stop asking for it.
He need to. Kevin Harden himself.
That's exactly. That's why I won't listen to him.
He need to. I agree.
That's it.
But if you listen to him rap, you're like, oh no, he can really rap. Like. He's not Eminem, but I can look at this generation as he can be this generation's Eminem. Because when he get on like Crooked Eye can really rap. Like so on that song, it ain't no real super drop off in the bar. Like he the first song, he getting off. It's called man. You never do know.
No, I didn't listen to it, so there's no point. It doesn't matter.
This is a good song though, but that's a rappy rap song. Like it started off. We rapping, getting the shit. Yeah, he support black people, man. He black activists and all that.
That don't matter. It's about your rap.
Just trying to help him out, man.
No, we don't need that. We don't need his accolades. He's a great guy. You know what I'm saying? But
I think he can really rap, and my favorite song is DJ Premier's song. And yeah, I think it's 23 minutes. 23 minutes.
Well,
that's a shit.
Maybe a great listen.
Sitting on the toilet taking a shit.
Maybe a great listen for some people. I just won't do it, and not because he's white. Not because I don't take him serious, it's because exactly what I just said. Like, stop begging for it. Just go and do your shit. Make a song that make niggas have to go and listen to it. You know what I'm saying? I still ain't heard it.
The one with him, I like the way she word. Yeah.
Not his booty song. Like, what you saying? Like, I want to hear booty. Like, if you telling me he got bars.
I told you the song with him and Rose. But guess what?
They got us. I don't need you to tell me. I need to see it somewhere. I need visual. I need to know, like, you wouldn't listen to it.
You wouldn't listen to it.
Like,
did you even listen to it? Because if you heard the beat and everything, like, okay. And of course, guess what? I just put my logo in the pool. Guess what?
Who on the chorus? Him?
Yeah, that's his chorus. Whenever I be listening to the podcast back, I always can say like the first couple of bars, then my mind just go blank.
Because it's not no relevancy. What's next? That's what it is. That's all it is, man. That's all it is on Rundown Russ.
Are you excited for the good news?
What's that? The vaccine for COVID? It's going to be here next month. I remember you talking about that. I don't know what good news you're talking about. Maybe we can get people back in the stadiums. You can get people back.
Well, since it's about music, I assumed you knew what I was talking about.
Nah, what is it about?
Meg Thee Stallion's new album, The Good News, is coming out.
That's the name of my album, The Good News?
Yeah, motherfucker.
Oh, I thought you was giving us a sound effect.
I was waiting for it.
So, am I supposed to have the anticipation for a Meg Thee Stallion album?
Meg Thee Stallion's new album, The Good News, is coming out.
Oh. So you anticipating the Meg Thee Stallion album?
Only because of the first song on the album is called Shots Fired. So I'm feeling like I like the petty shit and going at addressing shit. Like that's my favorite type of rap. That's why Von's my favorite rapper. Like I like that realism. Something happened, motherfucker step on your
gonna
shoe,
say?
and you slap him in the head.
I'm like, you shot me in my leg and you tried to eat my booty. Cause you gonna come here rapping about booty. You gonna come here?
Shot me in my leg and tried to eat my booty. In the same night, I hope not.
Ain't my booty, and you shot me in my leg. You are obsessed over me. Some shit along those lines. You anticipate a woman rapping about a man who's gonna say exactly what you know they're gonna say. Your dick game ain't on nothing. You're fucking eating my ass. And that's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. If she dissed the man, it's gonna be that. That's what it is. Cuban Doll already did it. She dissed him already. You know what I'm saying? Asian Doll dissed him already.
But she got content. Maybe she got something to say. Tory Lanez got his shit off on record.
What? She's gonna say exactly what the fuck I just said. You're obsessed with me. You wanna be with me. You ate my ass. Your dick game weak. What else? This. What else can she say? Damn. Your breath stink. Little guy complex. All these things that she's like, okay, I don't want to hear you make a diss. Just shake your ass. Just shake your ass, man. Cause but she might have some bars. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? Don't anticipate that song, because that's what it is. That's what it is. I wouldn't be anticipating that.
She got a song with Dirk, I'm anticipating that. And she got a song with the baby on there. I think that'll be.
That last song with the baby was tight.
Yeah. I like Meg as a rapper. What?
Oh, I didn't know you started the second album.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Was you the fucking break guy?
No, I was gonna close. I was gonna get close though.
Oh, but I like Meg as a rapper, man. I think she makes pretty decent music. I'm not saying I listen to it on my own, but I've learned.
You do listen to it on your own.
No, I don't.
In your vehicle while you're driving.
I don't.
No bass, all treble.
I don't.
So you hear every fucking word. You want to hear every fucking word of Meg Scott.
Some Meg has yet to make a song like you remember Nicki's "You See Right Through Me."
Meg can't make a song.
No, I'm just saying like a song where her voice is like.
She can't do that. She can't make a song like that.
So you don't think she can make a song where her voice is just like?
No.
I disagree. So maybe on this album right now, maybe you should make a song like that where it's like, okay, well she can give something where you can ride. She's yet to give me.
Or even like Cardi B, Be Careful.
Yeah, like Flued Out. I listen to that song solely because I like the way both of them say period. So I listen to the Lil Baby flow in there is nasty. But I just want to hear them say period. So I listen to that song just to hear them say that. Like I said, I used to listen to the Nicki songs, certain Nicki songs, because the way she say some of her words and the way she be talking, I want to hear it. So maybe on this album, Meg will make
now see, I would listen to Meg make a song kind of like Be Careful, but explaining the situation, that would grab my attention more than something called Shots Fired. Shots Fired is a diss. You know what you're getting from Shots Fired. If you had something, be the victim, Meg. Be the victim. We don't need you to be tough. Be the victim. We know you're going to say what we know you're going to say. Tory Lanez is handling it really well. Like I saw moonwalking on one thing. Then today he was singing some other shit. Then the other day he was like, "They say I can't leave the country." He was on a fucking boat and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like great personality. I would listen to him if he wasn't guilty. I'm always saying the right shit.
Guilty?
If he wasn't guilty, if he's not guilty,
you gonna go back to support him?
I've never been a fan of Tory Lanez because he's just. we used to dick ride Drake and try to diss Drake, and then they get back cool and yeah, you know what I'm saying. He's like little brother. You know what I'm saying. You can never get up there with Drake. They need to just stop trying. But yeah, man, give me something like Be Careful. Give me something to explain the situation.
Like the Cardi song, Be Careful.
Yeah. Give me something like that.
Like that. You listen to that song, I assume.
I would listen to Meg if she put it in that kind of format. Not because I don't want to hear her do a Shots Fired. I just said that. He wasn't listening. I just said it.
I know, I heard him just saying. I'm saying maybe shots just because of the song title.
No, you know what it is.
Oh, you're right, you know what it is.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe I don't know the whole track list or whatever, but maybe on there it could be something where she's giving you a song like that. So I'm saying, when you say I listen to Meg on my own, I was going to say I only listen to Meg with women. But if she comes out with a song like that you can just play on your own, like Eve got Love Is Blind. Certain women can make good songs. You like, I'll listen to this on my own. She has yet to give me that song, voice-wise, when she say a word or whatever. She's yet to do that.
Because she a tier above City Girls. They same kind of music. She just a tier above that. Well, like they just is like, look, we ain't rapping. I listened to a song. What's the song that they had when they was she was like, all I know is she said this, and I had to play it back to make sure that I heard what I heard, thought she heard. I heard, you know what the fuck I'm trying to say. She was like, you on some day job, some pay me for a sucking slob. I was like, what? So wait a minute, are you prostitute now? What are we doing? Pay me for a sucking slob. I said, wow, I love it. I like to see you rap about stuff like that, but I'm not understanding what I'm supposed to get out of that. Getting out of this, are you? Yeah, are you? I want to know, are you a scamming ass bitch? You a fuck bad nigga, whatever the fuck they say. Are you? Absolutely. Are you using your pussy to get money? Or now, when you say pay me for a sucking slob, now it's like, well, I can just pay you for some head, which is not a problem at all. But I'm just really trying to understand. I've never paid for head, by the way. But if I'm going to pay a city girl for a sucking slob, I would like to know the price. Yeah, man, that's it. That's all I got to say about the big shit.
Disgusting.
Go ahead, motherfucker, keep going. Y'all can't talk. I got nigga to come back. I'm back. What else? What we got? What's the next thing? You standing music? We doing the verses yet?
You want to talk about that man Boosie getting shot? How you feel about that?
I couldn't believe they shot Boosie. And then they shot Benny the Butcher. Motherfuckers is just getting popped. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, Boosie.
Oh shit.
Y'all better stop playing with Boosie, man. Motherfucker forget about how Boosie is. I was just looking at a Vlad interview with Boosie, and he was talking about how he never made a diss song. He's like, nah, I can't rap like that. I can't diss. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I can be funny, but I don't make it. He was like, I ain't trying to put you in the verse. I'm trying to put you in the bag. He ain't lying. He put your ass in the bag. And that was one of the things, like you said, with Vaughn, where you knew you like, I keep playing with him. But I couldn't believe that somebody shot Boosie. And then I couldn't also believe, I'm not trying to laugh. I couldn't believe when you heard the story of what happened with Boosie Mans, where I'm like, the woman set you up, you go on a high-speed chase, you get on the expressway, and they say he was fucking get out the car and start running down the expressway. All I can think of is like some movie scene type shit. And he got shot in the back of the head. These motherfuckers who shoot these guns are shooting with precision, shooting with dead accuracy. In the middle of the fucking expressway, the dude he must have been beefing with, I guess Yellow Beezy, and I don't know if I said this last week. I think I did. I'm so fucking high. Yellow Beezy and some dude named Trap Boy Freddy. I told you he was on the expressway, and he was like, man, what's up with the motherfucking traffic? But the things that they would say to each other is kind of similar to what we experience in our city, but they were saying and they was doing behind the scenes and shit. So, I mean, I said all that to talk about what the fuck was the initial?
You talking about Boosie getting shot, man.
Boosie, right, because it all tied in together.
Right.
Because Boosie went down there for his man's funeral, and then they said they shot Boosie Van up. Definitely won't be the end of that. Somebody that shot Boosie on his birthday, somebody gonna die.
Who won't say it like that? We don't want to promote violence.
We're not promoting it. I'm just speaking facts and reality.
Yeah. I think it's kind of fucked up. It's kind of eerie, like you looking and seeing if you watch the Vlad interview where he was talking and just listen to some of the stuff he was saying, and you look into his eyes and just see like, you can just see like he was just like the Devon shit, like had really fucked him up. So there's a lot of the shit that he was saying and how he was talking and all that. It was like the realest version of Boosie, I feel like.
That's the first interview in a long time where I'm like, you're not getting them sound bites.
Yeah.
You're not getting that funny shit. And you can see like Vlad, even when he asked him about like T.I. and shit like that, like he like, and I'm not even really finna engage and all that shit like right now, cause my mindset is somewhere else. And this is before he got shot. So imagine after he got shot. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing how that shit play out. But they do say that
it's
shit.
Crazy because they, I'm on the interview, like I'm done. I need to sit down for a while. I need to chill out for a while, or whatever. So, I don't know, man. It's fucked up. It's like everybody keeps saying, man. It is a dangerous job being a rapper.
Hell yeah.
And you would think it's
Especially the rappers that's like real niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a certain image you have to uphold, or you know what I'm saying, or it's just a lifestyle that you used to live in, and it's hard to shake that shit and adapt. It's hard to become 50 Cent. 50 Cent did that shit good. You still in them, but you totally kind of forget what 50 was when he first came out. Get Rich or Die Trying documentary, I used to watch that shit all the time. Just the authentic nature of that shit, like him on the corner, on the porch, grandfather crib. You can see him sitting there, actually, gotta go in the house, got pistols on me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you forget that guy. Nigga walk around tight suits, acting in movies, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
I look at it like the same, go back to what we were saying about what 2 Chainz thing was like, that evolution. And even at that age, why I say with what happened with Vaughn, it's like, I hate how people try to talk about him because of the stuff that he was doing. I'm like, he was still young. Like, all the people that we love was still doing ignorant shit while he was young. Now he just know how to move. So Boosie, probably the same age as 50. So it's
Boosie
like,
38.
He's around that age. Whatever.
50 definitely 50 in his 40s.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't see 50 in those predicaments anymore. You know what I'm saying? Still a little bit. He still do get into a little scuffles or whatever. But where there's gunplay, I don't think
chairs like that.
I don't think you will ever see him in those areas or in those parts or around that type of vibe or anything like that. I feel like 50 will just give you the man, my bad, condolences from afar type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think certain people just need to get a little older, man. Grow up a little bit. Not saying it in that way, but just even in both of those cases, the Boosie case and the Benny the Butcher case, it's just like it don't seem like they was doing anything that's out of the ordinary.
No,
they was like moving wrong. It's just like motherfuckers is just like targeting you or whatever. And that's, I don't know, man, that's fucked up.
It is. For them times we in. You know what I'm saying? Rappers is getting shot and shit just be happening and you just be like, damn. You know what I'm saying? But that's what, speaking of rappers getting shot, I guess we can segue right into Gucci and Jeezy.
I was gonna ask you, did you hear about the Rumble in the Bronx in New York? The 200-man fight club that they broke up in New York.
Hell no. Wait, what? So 200 niggas just fighting, rumbling in the streets?
They had like a little fight club, underground fight club in New York, in Bronx, New York.
So Hispanics and shit, wasn't it?
I think
The Bronx Hispanic, heavy Hispanic, right?
I don't know, man. I've never been.
I think it is.
It's a smorgasbord of all things over there. I don't read what the race was, but there's some organization called Rumble in the Bronx.
Well, I'm not saying that it was just all Hispanics. I'm just saying, like, from what I know, the Bronx, ain't that what Fat Joe them from and shit? Yeah, I think the Bronx is like heavy. But New York got a lot of mixed breeds. I would
Who gives a shit? I was asking you about the fucking thing. I just saw the headline. I thought it was pretty damn funny.
Damn.
And during the times of COVID, you motherfuckers is underground, 200 people with weed fighting in bodegas and shit like that. That's all.
They fight in bodegas? So yeah, they gotta be Hispanic.
Certain.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. But yeah, no, I didn't hear about that. I ain't hear about no 200 man Rumble in the Bronx. Maybe they was watching the old Jackie Chan movie, Rumble in the Bronx. That's what it was. That was the name of it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so maybe it was, and that was kind of, you see that movie before? Didn't they have like an underground thing? Oh, so maybe it was epiphany moment. Maybe it was centered around that whole type of thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Ignorant is what you are.
What, I'm being serious now?
Ignorant.
I thought I just came on to something. But whatever. No babble. What, we going into the verses now?
You want? Let's get into the verses.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what to do. We just pause and then we just wait. I don't know. It's very high.
Let's get into the verses.
Well, if I would have went off of my last point, it would have segued right into, I think we talking about dead partners and shit like that, but Jeezy and Gucci.
We wasn't. I don't like you to be so disrespectful this episode, but.
Well, I'm not. I'm saying it's something that I thought I'd never see. But
still may not have Gucci keep running.
Gucci is like, yeah. But I mean,
when come running down that hill like that.
Then you saw Freddie Gibbs. He just said some shit talking about.
Did you hear Jeezy's new song, "Therapy for My Soul"? He dissed. It wasn't a diss. He said that the stuff that happened with Freddie Gibbs, he can't trust him no more. I forget what happened with them, some money situation or some shit like that.
Okay.
But then he just, it was like not a diss, it was just like a backhanded compliment. Because I do remember when at that time he was just like, man, he may be better off on his own without me or whatever. And he said that in the song, but what he said at the end, he was like, and just like I said, you'll be better off without me. But the gangster shit, you ain't about it. So he basically saying you ain't about that gangster shit. There ain't nothing gangster about you, so leave it alone or whatever.
Alright.
So that's what he said. That's why Freddie Gibbs got in there and was like, you gangster, how you gangster, but you finna sit down with somebody that's finna pop to a partner or whatever. Don't bring that gangster shit to me. So that's what that shit is about.
Why Gucci gotta keep bringing that up though? Like, Gucci a gangsta ass nigga, man. Stop playing with Gucci, man. But if I had to pick one,
This is why I feel like with certain people, it's like with the positivity that people feel. You know, all that black excellence, rise above it, be better men. But then as soon as something like this comes around, low hanging fruit, it just brings all these niggas back down to savagery and just ignorant shit. Like now we just mourning just ignorance and gun violence, and it shouldn't be applauded. But you can't wait for Gucci. You want to hear Gucci play that song. You want to hear him say it.
Just like you just want to hear Vaughn.
To his face. Right, I agree. But it's like, it's just funny to me the way that we just moved it down. We just okay with it one day and we just fuck it the next day or whatever. But
no, it's uneasy to watch Gucci continue to do it. It's just like, come on, man. Why we can't just get past this? You know what I'm saying? Like, but he's like, I'm going to stick it to you every chance I get. So I'm going to do a versus with you in the same room, which that's must-see TV alone. Like, you just be like, how many niggas is going to be in that room?
You don't think it's just going to be them two?
Police? Who's in there with them? Who in there with them?
I don't know, man. Shit.
I think Gucci would just try to bust on Jeezy for no reason. Just because of him.
I've been so baffled by this whole Gucci and Jeezy thing. Like, do y'all really think they still got like that type of beef and animosity at this age?
That's what Gucci makes it seem that way.
Do you not think it's like just an act or whatever? Like you really feel like that, man? You really think for everything that Gucci done came through and he is now a fucking model and he's doing all different type of shit. You really think he gonna punch this man in the face or get up there and be ignorant?
He's been ignorant now. But wait a minute.
This is just slight ignorance. Like,
wasn't this last year? It was last year when he had the interview with Charlamagne, right?
Who?
Gucci.
I don't know.
You didn't watch it?
I don't know when he called Yee a bitch or something like that.
Yeah, he was like, she want to get the bottom of that motherfucker, right? Get deep in that motherfucker. You want to get motherfucker deep? You know what I'm saying? He also said, they was like, do you think you and Jeezy, he asked him, did he feel bad about that? He was like, nah, I put his ass where he's supposed to be. Put his ass in the ground. Like, he sat there and said that just like that. Put his ass where he's supposed to be. Put his ass in the dirt. Like, with dark ass shades on, you couldn't see his eyes. That's what he said. He got a song called The Truth, when he says that line, when he talking about go dig your partner up, nigga, man, he can't say shit. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for me, nigga, I'll be on zone 6. He said this. This is before he got skinny. So we thought that maybe, and then don't forget about the interview when he kept going up there talking about Jeezy and Ross. And he was like, ain't nobody no legend trying to do something to me. Who gonna do something to me? I went to his party. He went to their birthday party. This is what I'm saying. Well,
I know the history, man. I'm just saying.
This is what I'm saying. You would think that his mental, he could change it, but it's always something when you'll see him in the picture, you like, all right, but then Gucci in his mind, it's always some underlying fucking message that he's sending when he's doing things like this. Is what I'm saying. But it returns to the verses. I think Gucci got the verses. I don't know how many songs. Gucci definitely gonna win.
It's been such a big. I've seen a lot of people say that Gucci gonna win. I don't know what verses is anymore. I don't know what it's become. I don't know what. It seems like depending on who's in it, the criteria for it moves or whatever. Because I see some people like, man, Gucci ain't got no bars to do anything with Jeezy when it comes to verses. I'm like, I didn't know it was a best bar verse.
Because what bars Jeezy got?
Right, so I'm like, I didn't know you were looking at lyrics in terms of the battle. I thought it was just the song and the impact. And then that's why I was saying about the shit with Wayne and T.I. It's like, if you going off song and impact, there's no way in hell you can tell me that T.I. only got 4 songs out of his whole catalog.
Yeah.
That he even to win?
Yeah.
Knock it off. That's blasphemous in of itself.
So you just said on impact and
but motherfuckers act like 24s, bring them out.
Compare that shit to
motivation.
When you going through these Wayne songs.
Well, whatever. We did it. Me and you did it.
Right. But it wasn't the impact songs.
I'm just saying, in general. So I'm just saying, like, even with Gucci and Jeezy. So it's like, I don't know. I like, Nico asked me who I feel like will win. And I told him, I said, if you ask me at 30 who I think is going to win, I'm saying Jeezy is going to win. At 18, if you ask me who's going to win, I'm saying Gucci is going to win.
Why? But you never listened to Gucci.
But I grew up around a bunch of people who did listen to Gucci. So I know the music, and I know the impact, and I know what it did. I was at parties when Gucci came up. I was at parties doing Wasted. So
Nah, we ain't talking about that Gucci. That's State versus Roger Davis. I'm talking about like if My Kitchen come on.
I'm not a Gucci. I don't know that.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying. I'm just going for me. I'm not a Gucci fan, so I'm just letting you know from what I know. Lemonade and all that shit. I was around
State versus Roger Davis. He got bars on that album.
All right, motherfucker.
He got bars on that album. I'm saying,
even when you talk about We Be Steady Mob and shit, like with him and Wayne and stuff like that, like
that's after State. I'm saying this is for people who you saying that would say, well, he ain't got no bars. Tell them to listen to State versus Roger Davis. But if you're gonna do the verses, it would be more along the lines of like the Jadakiss type shit, cause it's all about, I would think, the fans. So like you saying, My Kitchen to come on, you'll be like, what the fuck? Then you'll watch the fucking Smack DVD. He got the fucking Bart. Somebody put up on the thing. They was like, if Bart Chain Gucci show up, it's over with for fucking Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? It's different waves of Gucci. Like the very first beginning with the
So Icy shit.
So Icy, I wasn't really fucking with that Gucci. He had like 2 songs, but like the My Kitchen Gucci up into State versus Roger Davis, like that was all like street shit. So like that's the shit that he's gonna play. That's going to get him the victories. And like what you talking about for you being from Lemonade and Wasted and all that. If he did that, it would be surprising for me because, or that would just show me where he's at mentally because.
You don't think Wasted is one of his biggest songs?
No, it's one of his biggest songs, but that's when you talking about hits. So if they going hits, but if they do like if Jeezy do some fucking like do some street shit.
So if they do the real Atlanta versus Atlanta shit, the K-Band, the Snowman mixtapes and all that.
Yeah.
If it's the real shit, like if they do this shit for Atlanta people and Atlanta people only, and say fuck everybody else.
Or just like some hood shit, straight street
if
shit.
If they do that, I say Gucci win because I feel like even this fucking weed is fucking destroying me. Shit. Even back then, I still feel like during Jeezy's hype, I don't feel like he was still respected or fuck. Feel like the street motherfuckers still fuck with Gucci more so than
hell yeah
throughout the whole little run or whatever. But Jeezy just had that more commercial success, and he was just
So that's one right. So like Gucci would have to throw those songs at commercial Jeezy songs.
Yeah. So
You know what I'm saying? He got to use that for that shit.
Yeah.
He might even have to use some of his features.
And I don't even look. I'm looking like because I feel like Gucci gonna come out super confrontational, and I'm trying to go in my head like, what Jeezy songs that he gonna play that's that confrontational back? But I'm not the biggest Jeezy fan either, so I don't know all his mixtape shit. Maybe he do got mixtape songs where he going at Gucci or whatever, or he can match some of that same type of energy or whatever. But
Well, they play their disses to each other. You know, he rapped on ASAP. Jeezy, like that shit was cold. You know what I'm saying? Then he had the Kobe LeBron 23-24.
that was my shit.
That shit was cold. It was like fuck some juice, man. You know what I'm saying? But he was like,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he was like the boys between me and you, the boys slow. You know what I'm saying? He got that shit. So
That shit was cold.
and that's when he comes back with the truth. Dig your partner up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they got a lot of other shit. Gucci 2 times. You think about all this shit that you'll hear come on to the motherfucking party and set that shit up. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be decent. I'm actually looking forward to it. I think
I'm gonna watch this. This is what I'm gonna actually watch.
This is and Gucci said if you pay. So one thing I do think now is like mentally they like, hey, we can make a lot of money off this shit because people know what this is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that shit.
And I'm okay. I'm a person who stands in the middle to look at both sides. So I'm okay with ignorance. So if they do come up in there all iced out with the entourages and it's that type of energy, I'm okay with that. But if they come up in there and they act civilized, they dress like gentlemen at their age, and they show something different, like they show like we can evolve from knuckleheads to men with sense and try to be something for the next generation, I'm alright with that also.
Me too.
I'm cool with both. So however they choose to go about it, I will say I always lean towards the anarchy side. I'm always with the fuck shit. So I do want them to come in there with some of their homies, some of their entourage, and give it that real fucking feel.
There's no other way.
That real Atlanta feel. Yeah.
And I don't even think it's more so Jeezy, but like I said, they were at a fucking birthday party and it wasn't a problem. I think it's just a little different now because you're gonna have the world on you and just the back and forth, the instigating and shit like
the internet.
Yeah, man.
The internet instigated a lot of shit, man.
The internet a motherfucker.
Like
it was a meme.
Like Polo G said.
Yeah.
Like
it was a meme somebody made. He just reposted it.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have to, but somebody else did.
Right.
And you like, come on. When I seen it, I was like, come on, Gucci. Come on, man. But
so you got Gucci.
I got Gucci.
I'm going Gucci too, man. I'm going Gucci. I think Gucci got this. Who do you think T.I. should battle in, man? Since he keep
I was looking at it say Ross. Say Ross say he finna battle T.I.
He'll do it again?
Yeah, he said he gonna do T.I.
I think T.I. tell Ross ass up, man.
See, now you underestimating Ross. I fuck with T.I. and I think T.I. win too. But that's because I'm not as big a Ross fan as I am T.I. We talk about fucking albums and hits. Ross will test some motherfucking. He'll really tear a motherfucker up.
I'll be looking at it only when I look at the verses, like, because people saying with Wayne, I'm like, I ain't looking at Wayne. If you go, of course, if you play Wayne with his features, if Wayne really sit down and go through, hit 20 of his best songs with features and everything, it's hard to beat. It's like that team that they put up with Shaq, LeBron, Kobe, Mike, and who the fuck, somebody else they had on there. Like Shaq said, you ain't beating that team. I don't give a fuck who you put up. I don't give a fuck what combination you put up against them. You ain't gonna beat them. That's just too good. Like Wayne, they just got too much music. So I agree with that. But if you just talking about Wayne, his own songs, not his shit he featured on, going against T.I. shit, fair battle.
It's fairer, but he's still losing by a lot because even with that, it's like now it's just not based. That's why we keep going. That's why I leaned away from the mic. We keep going back to.
I'm just trying to make that point. So
no, I got you.
That point with Ross, like I ain't looking at Ross with just his music. For me, it ain't that good to me. It's good, but it ain't how motherfuckers try to overhype.
Yeah, for me and you. But that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of things that we find, like we agree on, like we get it all the time, every week. Y'all tweaking. Somebody telling us we tweaking. So somebody else has that strong of opinion on something else. But if we just talking about us, I agree. T.I. would beat Ross. I think it would be really tough because Ross got a lot of fucking hits. Like, there's a lot of hits that's commercialized that I'm really not a fan of, but you can't ignore that they are fucking hits. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we like you said, I got Gucci, you got Gucci, and that's tomorrow. We'll see how that shit turn out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you want to smoke all these blunts? I'm hanging strong, man.
Fuck you, man. I don't know, man. What the fuck we got?
I'm floating lightheaded, nigga. We stand on music. Or you want to get into the sports?
I wanted to get into the conversation that we had earlier, but I think we saved that because I don't think it would be as good as it was as good a conversation as it was that we had off air since we just had. So I think maybe if we come back to it, I think it would be better. So we'll save that conversation for next week.
Yeah, for sure.
But we can do sports. I really have to take a piss, man. So we'll be right back after I take a piss, man.
You got the phone, man. I told you.
That shit, man. That shit wrong.
Man, I'm sitting here like dizzy than a motherfucker.
We are back to shoo-doo-doo-doo, shoo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
You don't want it. You don't want it. Oh, then we still wrong. Never wrong.
Shoo-doo-doo-doo. Behind the scenes exclusive content for the YouTube channel. when it finally does come up.
Trying to air out some of this smoke, which is a waste of time.
Tell me, man. Subscribe, Straight Gas Homie Podcast on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, YouTube page at Straight Gas Homie. We have an Apple Music as well at Straight Gas Homie Pod. Is it Straight Gas Homie Podcast at Apple Gmail? Is that right, man?
I don't know. Damn it.
How you look and see?
There's no way.
New profile. Yeah. Follow us at Straight Gas Homie Podcast at Apple ID Gmail. Is that the thing how you do the Apple? How do you do it, man?
Oh shit, nah. Oh, they labeled. I forgot. Nah, we ain't smoking the Zaza. We got to smoke the strong shit.
And we are back. Excuse me, I'm not even gonna talk about it, man. We are back. We just got down talking about the verses. Daeo was trying to pick out a blunt. I'm not sure what he's doing or why
I'm getting the blunt. I'm trying to see what I'm gonna get. I ain't even brush my hair either. This shit just all matted down. Put my fucking hoodie on, man. Been sitting here all this time like that.
Dang. Wow. Double is the good kiss. I'm do a deuces kiss. With his fingers apart.
You got it open. You got it open.
Light skin shit.
You never see nigga look at that camera and be like, straight serious face and shit.
The world's gonna see it.
No.
Yeah, the world's gonna see it.
Delete all that shit. Remember that? Alright, now man, we back. What was we talking about?
Who doesn't remember it, man? What are you doing? Is that what you're telling the Bears to do with their playbook? Delete all that shit?
Delete. You know what? No.
What's going on with your fucking
I can't
Bears?
even
Once
get into the
again,
Bears right now like that.
0-5. They have been in their last 6 games. Well, 5 games. The little bracket I told you about, we keep going back to it. The Bears are going to go 0-6, man. And for whatever reason, last time we had a conversation, I believe you said you think they can finish the season now 5-4, 5-3 or whatever, something like that.
I said that?
I think you did. You gave them a winning record. You said you can still, whatever you said, you still said they can hit 10 wins. That's what you said.
After facing Green Bay, you can go 10-6.
So you still think?
So we could lose.
You still feel like they can go 10-6?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't. And I think I said if we can't get, all right, let me focus. So we can absolutely still go 10-6 because I'm a fool when it comes to my favorite team. Okay? Mm-hmm. So on blind faith, I believe we can go 10-6. I believe that we can get Foles. He got hurt. Finally, get the fuck out. Tyler Bray, maybe threw 2 or 3 passes. See ya. Sorry. Don't want to see you at all. Hopefully we can get Trubisky back. And I thought I would never say, I got a Trubisky jersey upstairs. They got a fucking tag on it. I thought I would never be able to put it on. But I'm making this statement right here, right now. I'm letting you know something. Mitchell Trubisky will be inserted back into the lineup. If he's inserted back into the lineup, the Bears could win every one of their remaining games except for the week after the bye. Because we're not beating the Packers this next week.
Okay.
But we're running the tables after that.
If they put Trubisky back.
If they put Trubisky back in. Because the defense is holding it up. All you just need is just like, I mean, they both bad. You know what I'm saying?
Is this solely the weed talking at this moment?
No, this ain't solely the weed. This is the fan in me speaking. But in reality, the thing is I've never seen anything so bad as like what I've witnessed. I couldn't believe it. I'm watching the game Monday, and I'm trying not to be long-winded here. And to have negative yards in the third quarter is such a joke. And to go back to the coach, and I want you to understand that we've scored 1 time in the third quarter. And we've twice now. Twice. In what, 9 games? 10 games? 10 games. We had 1 week where we scored a fucking touchdown, and this motherfucker went up to the podium with confidence with his chest out and said, yeah, we finally got over the hump. When it comes to third quarters, and I want to try to use my words wisely. Proceeded to lose, to not score a touchdown or a point, not even a field goal, in 4 consecutive weeks after that, okay? Mm-hmm. So we come out and we get the kick return, and we watch it, and I'm like, okay, maybe we could do something.
Right.
And then you just watch them chip away at it. You watch bad call after bad call. It's not about the play call. It's the entire scheme. So the coach draws up the scheme. So if you're not going to scrap the scheme and have someone else call plays, then it's still your playbook. It's your terrible playbook. It's him choosing those plays from your playbook. So as you can see, the playbook doesn't work. The scheme doesn't work. Mm-hmm. So in reality, hopefully, if we can't get my fool's goal wish of 10-6, I would prefer us to have a losing record. I would prefer them to clean house. I want to see clean house. The Ryan Pace gone. Matt Nagy, you really gone. But what it comes down to is, like I say,
is Trubisky gone?
Trubisky is gone. They already declined his 5th-year option.
Oh, damn.
So he started the season. Hold on, here, you can smoke that because I'm going to be talking. He started the season knowing that he wasn't coming back. So he did perform in 2 games, and then they removed him and put in Nick Foles. So some people are saying Trubisky should say, fuck y'all, I'm a free agent. Y'all put me in, give me a handoff. I hurt my fucking shoulder. And now I don't even have a guarantee of what my destination will be next year. Plus, y'all drug my name through the mud and made me look so bad as a quarterback, which I am bad as a quarterback, that it's no way I would get anything other than the backup job. Mm-hmm. Okay? So, unless he does the other scenario that I gave him. But that won't happen. So, but nothing will change if, and hopefully, we saw a trend. The Cubs with Daeo, the White Sox, the Bulls just did it. They finally went out on a limb and changed the way that the organization is ran. Mm-hmm. The Bears are ran the exact same way that all of those teams used to run the organization. Family-based and character guys. We talked about that with the draft. So, what you need to do is get someone that actually understands football, talent development, and actually knows how to build a team. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And not someone that fits the description and someone that look like they've been saying for a while. Like someone that fits the description of how they feel a GM should look. Ryan Pace don't talk. I don't want a Jerry Jones. You don't need that. You just need someone that comes in, knows how to build a team. And it's hard. You have one of the biggest franchises in the NFL. But yet we continue to run out the same product. You know, so hopefully if I can't get my scenario of us going 10-6, like I said, hope we lose out all those people I replaced. Hopefully we can get into the process of not a rebuild, but just kind of restructuring the top half of the organization.
Why can't you guys just get a fucking quarterback?
Because it's deeper than that. So like, once again, the people that's picking that. So Deshaun Watson, Patrick Mahomes. I'm not even going to say Patrick Mahomes because nobody knew what he was going to be. But Deshaun Watson was clearly the best quarterback in that draft. He didn't look like, he wasn't a white man. Let's just keep it clear. He wasn't the white prototypical quarterback. He wasn't the guy that could come into the room and they could say, hey, this is the face of our franchise. You got Mr. Trubisky, some white guy who only played 7 games in college, I think. Or not, if it wasn't 7, it wasn't even the full season. It's all he had under his belt. So you bring him in. You don't bring in Deshaun Watson. You don't even fucking interview Deshaun Watson. Mm-hmm. This could have been number 1. You don't even interview him. You say, I'm not even interested in the guy. That starts with the top.
They don't even get a Daniel Jones. I know they got the pick or whatever, but you can't even, like Justin Herbert, he decent. logo.
Well, you couldn't get them because they were high in the draft.
That's what I'm saying. I know they had a draft, but even the players that's like fall old, like the Jimmy Garoppolo, like they don't even try to trade for some of these players. You don't even go out.
Well, they tried to trade for Jimmy, but they wanted more. Jimmy Garoppolo is overrated too, by the way. That's what I don't want them to do because it'll be the same thing as when they went and got Cutler. A motherfucker who was supposed to have one good year, and he's overrated. So I don't want to see that again. But it comes down to what I found out was in most cases you would think that the GM is just making the draft pick. But what it is, and what I've just listened to a lot of sports shows and following the Bears and whatnot, you got scenarios where it's not just the GM. The coach is actually like, hey, with me. Like, I like this guy. This is who I want. So you can kind of see the difference. In the defense, we can draft. We've been pretty good at drafting players defensively. It's when we go to free agency and add those character guys where we fuck up because it doesn't pan out. But the way the way that they pick defensively and the way that they pick offensively is night and day. And once again, who did I just say has input in that? The fucking coach. And who have I been saying for weeks is the problem? The fucking coach. Okay? So, change it all, blow it up top to bottom. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully we can have a miracle. We could be the Giants. The Giants was 9-7 and won the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So,
that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen at all. What do you think about? I heard, like I said before, Theo Epstein being the manager of the Bears, taking over.
Well, first off, Theo Epstein stepping down from president of operations for the Cubs, it really hurts. But I think we knew it was coming. It was it was coming. If Theo Epstein, I don't think Theo Epstein can do no wrong. He brought me a World Series. He changed my life. Bring me a Super Bowl, make it complete. Great mind. They've said it. I've heard about it. I don't think that it's optional. I don't think it's true. I've also heard like Louis Reddick. Now, do you want me to stay on Theo? I can stay on Theo.
But well, just my next question is going to ask you, after you gave what your opinion of Theo, do you think he can build the same thing with the Bears that he did over there? Yes. What do you think they should go with their next hire? After they clean house, what do you want them to do then?
So if Theo, I think Theo absolutely can do it because he's just a great mind. Mm-hmm. So what he would do is put like-minded people with great minds, football. He would, you talk to the right people, you get the right personnel around you. Now, it's like being a manager. Mm-hmm. You can manage whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just going from managing fucking groceries to general merchandise. So I think Theo Epstein absolutely can do it. And if that was an option, I would definitely be all for it. Now, I don't know too many football execs. It's different when you're looking at like football, but what you would want to do is take someone from a successful organization that has a track record of building teams. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have the GM, you want to have a coach who comes from that type of organization where they know how to develop players, which we haven't had in years since Lovie Smith. So I keep hearing people like Louis Riddick. Now, I would never think that, first off, he's a black man, and he would be a black GM. And these times just feel really rare for me, and I think you understand it. I don't think that will happen, and I don't know really I don't even know if he's really qualified for that position. All I do know is that he's always on ESPN, and for years, you could tell he's really interested in the Bears, that position or anything, because he's always picking them to win. He's always he loves breaking down the film.
And I think he has been in like front office shit. I think he
comes
from like front office management or whatever.
If that's the case, then I would absolutely like someone like Louis Riddick. Come back, get a football background.
He's definitely qualified.
Yeah, bring some people in and let's make some adjustments. But we'll see. Pros and cons. That's the best case scenario. That's the worst case scenario.
10-6 is the best.
Yep. The worst case scenario is they blow the front office up. So it's a win-win either way for me.
NBA draft, man. That happened today. Anthony Edwards, number 1.
I don't know any of these guys. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Shooting guard, they compare. They act like they compare him to Dwayne Wade.
Well, no, I saw him. Like, I've been following the draft the last couple of days.
Well, I'm just trying to give you a little breakdown of what you can.
Oh, so they compared him to...
So he's like a Dwayne Wade type of comparison. So you got him, you got D'Angelo Russell, you got Anthony Edwards, and you got Karl Anthony Towns out there in Minnesota.
When I watched the highlights of him, he put me in the mindset like a Bradley Beal. Not a D Wade.
Which is somebody that can go out and get their own shot. Somebody that can score out and get their own shot. Golden State took Wiseman, the big man.
What they compare him to?
I ain't saying really no comparisons, just that he's like an athletic 7-foot big man.
Like Embiid?
Something like that. No. Not like Embiid where he got like post up game, but he also like, what they said, I think like I don't want to, maybe I'm wrong, but I think it was Amari. I think it was Amari Stoudemire.
Or like Aldridge or something like that. Can he shoot?
Just, I don't know.
Okay, I got you.
I don't know if he should, but
like Amari.
Yeah, just like a motherfucker that I think I didn't understand. What's going on in the NBA and sports right now, period, I don't really understand. It's like they think the world is finna end and shit's finna blow up. Like, I didn't understand certain people saying, oh, Golden State would take that pick, and they was thinking about trading down to the Bulls to get Wendell Carter and put him with Golden State because he can help now versus what Wiseman can do in a couple of years. I'm like, that just don't make sense because why would you, if this guy is number 2 quality talent, why would you fucking trade him away from a championship organization that's gonna hone his skills?
That need a big man.
Right, and make him better. Like, he young. All you need to do is run up and down the court and rebound and defend. That's it. So why would you not want somebody like that who you can make a greater player? And then if he does pan out to be number 2 talent, Steph Curry, them all they do is shoot. Them motherfuckers ain't the most athletic people. So you talking about in 4 years you can redo your whole dynasty again because dude gonna be so cold.
Yep.
And you still got Andrew Wiggins, who young, who y'all also can help out. So I'm like,
why? I'm talking about trading him too.
Yeah,
Clay got hurt too today.
Yeah, I'm not saying Clay got hurt. It's fucked up. I hope he ain't hurt like no long term, no serious shit or whatever. But like looking at Golden State, I'm like the only thing I heard with Golden State that I'm intrigued by is them getting Blake Griffin. I would love to see that. I think that would be a hell of, that's like Live City 2.0 if he go over there and play with Golden State. So
we gotta ask you about a couple moves that we made too, so we get. I'll let us get through the draft.
I'm curious about that, but number 3, LaMelo went to Charlotte, and I think people just need to at this point apply like LeVar Ball. I mean, all 3 of his kids
offsprings
are in the NBA. He got his
the other one in the NBA too.
In the G League, his first 2 sons. I told you, you disrespecting Jello. Yeah, Jello's coming. He played for the Thunder G League team.
So what, he skipped college or something?
No, he was in college. He just basically went the way LaMelo went, where he was. No, remember he was the one that stole that shit. Remember he was in college.
Oh, right, okay.
So he left. And then they didn't want him to apologize and all that shit, so he just went like overseas and did all that shit. So he just went the irregular route like his brother did to get to the NBA. But they all left. LeVar basically did everything that he said he was gonna do. He said all 3 of his kids were gonna get there. Maybe the motherfuckers ain't playing for the Lakers, but they can make their contract as such where maybe all 3 of them will get to the Lakers. But I don't know, man.
Certain play together.
Yeah, like certain shit like. With all the negativity, like there's some positivity or whatever, but the Bulls, Patrick fucking Williams. I don't know anything about him, but what we were saying when we seen it in the draft is the Bulls and Chicago teams always pick people who they seem like are good locker room guys, good character guys, and guys that's not gonna shake anything up or be anything, no distraction. You know what I'm saying? Even Derrick Rose, like he was just a hometown kid, but he wasn't no problem. Like he ain't nothing.
He wouldn't even reach out to people.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he ain't nobody that you could look at like an Allen Iverson, where you'd be like, oh man, he may be a little skeptical of taking him or whatever. Like so, the Bulls they never really do no shit like that, and it's like picking him. Like we was watching the highlights, it's like he dunk, no expression. He get a nasty block, no expression. He shoot, no expression. So it's like.
Tim Duncan and shit.
Yeah, it's like why I don't understand why they did that and they didn't take that foreign kid who you said that they was rumored to be taken. And then we see the highlight package of him. He dunked on somebody, yelling. He got highlights of him dunking on people. He sizing motherfuckers up, dropping them off, shit like that. It's like I don't understand why Chicago teams always do things like that when we pass up on what looks like and what could be a surefire thing to take on a project. It's like that's all we do in Chicago is we love taking on projects and not taking on things, but it's like, man, he can produce now. Like even looking at dude's resume, like I said, the dude from Florida State, you take somebody that couldn't even start at Florida State. Like versus somebody who's a two-time champion, somebody who's an MVP, a scoring champ, like really? This is who we pass up? Somebody who's clearly already proven pro? Especially looking after what KP done did, looking what Luka Doncic done did, like, why not go after the trend? Like, what the fuck? Like, is no stigma against foreign players anymore. You already got marketing. Who can fucking play? Why don't you just pair them up with somebody else? So, I don't know, man.
The only difference with that is we know they got the guy from the Nuggets, and he's built a pretty good team. So you just got to give him a chance like we did Daeo, and let's see. Like maybe he sees something that we don't see. Hopefully that's what happens. That's what pans out. We don't really know. I don't know too many more people in the draft. I know you may know it.
Me neither. And I ain't even gonna.
Oh, so we just want to get to four.
We want to get to the four. The Bulls. Of my opinion on it, I feel the same way about the Bulls.
Yeah. It's weird. Like I said, character guys. You hit it over the head. Same thing. Hopefully it turns out that maybe they see something we don't see. I'm high as fuck.
I mean, maybe with the coach with Billy Donovan, maybe put a good solid team around him and he can coach it up. And
I forgot they got Billy Donovan too.
Yeah, so maybe I'm just as we can get into like all the moves that's being made.
I can't keep watching. I am like, damn.
Just as we saw like all the moves that's been made around the NBA or whatever. What was it about?
We talking about the moves.
Billy Donovan.
That's what we going into. We talking about the Bulls.
Right. So maybe looking at my team, my favorite team is the Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan, diehard Lakers fan. But I'm a closet Chicago Bulls fan because I always want to see them do good because it's the Bulls. Whenever I'm on 2K, I start off, wherever I start off at, when I become a free agent, I always come home, I always play for the Bulls.
You got to.
Always. So it just sucks that, we had Derrick Rose, we was going in the right direction, and for whatever reason we bring in Boozer, we just fuck shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. We never go after, we should have went after Melo Harden. Like, we always just put the little bait out there, but we never really go for it. Yeah. And you see these teams around the league when they start to go for it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's why you get so mad at the Bulls. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Get in the fucking race and get out there and do shit.
It's already tough to get motherfuckers to come in.
Right. But, what the fuck, this James Harden situation, how people are acting like he's just a free agent at the end of the year. The man got 2 years left on his contract. And he is just forcing his way out of Houston. Like
Anthony Davis just did it.
He was a free agent at the end of the year. So yes, he was.
How long Anthony Davis been trying to get traded?
He was going to be a free agent. He was letting them know.
The year before that, he tried to do that shit too, didn't he?
No, when he had DeMarcus Cousins and everything was good, he was okay. DeMarcus Cousins get hurt. All right, man, I want out of here. I
want to go to the Lakers.
Why not?
That's what Harden doing.
No. It's different from what Harden doing. Anthony Davis was about to be a free agent. He's going to lose him for nothing. I'm letting you know up front. I don't want to be here. You're going to lose me for nothing. I don't want to do y'all like that. Try to get something for me. Get me up out of here. James Harden has 2 years left on his fucking contract.
Like $50 million too, ain't it so?
He just turned down $100 million. We just gave you Russell Westbrook, and you want to play the small ball ass shit. This is what you wanted. We just did all this shit for you, and now you want Russ gone. You got rid of the coach, and now you telling me you want to get the fuck out of here? With 2 years left, you telling me you want to go to Brooklyn?
He said he want to leave because of the owner's support for Trump. I heard. But still, why you want to go to Brooklyn? But you know what? This is exactly what, this is a dose of your own medicine. This is what LeBron created.
But he doesn't do this.
This is what he created.
He did not create this.
This is him, Wade, Bosh.
Listen, man.
This is what he did. And he's continuing to try to do.
Now,
what Phoenix did with
Chris
Paul,
good move.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Well, let's stay on let's get out all this out of our system first.
I don't what Russell Westbrook and Harden is I'm gonna say reportedly doing. Trying to force their way up out of Houston and name where I want to go. And like, are you serious? Like, what years left? Like, I don't understand a coach in the NBA when it's just right now or blow it up. If you don't win in 2 years, blow it the fuck up. I'm hearing reports like Paul George finna get traded.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, why would you do all that to get
overrated?
And you finna get rid of, you finna trade like Russell Westbrook for Paul George. I don't think that'll work. Like, I don't think him and Kawhi Leonard is a good match. They talking about bringing John Wall for Russell Westbrook.
Nah.
Why would you do that? Why would you downgrade like that and do something like I don't? And even Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook, they win some games out there, but you ain't really gonna compete. Like, so and they was talking about Westbrook going to Charlotte. Like, I don't want Russell Westbrook to become what Allen Iverson was, when he becomes that player where people look like I can't win with him, and they just start trading him around the league, like disrespecting his talent.
That shit weak.
Like and that's what happened with AI. It's like, when you trade him to Detroit, it's like, come on, man, why you send him to Detroit?
Memphis.
Like, yeah, like, you can't send him nowhere else. Like, put him with the Lakers or put him with somebody. Like, give him a chance. Put him with San Antonio or something like they did with T-Mac. Like, some shit like that. But just the way that this Harden and Houston shit is going, like, it's just crazy. I'm just sitting back baffled. Like, y'all are really applying so much pressure on TV, and I'm glad Houston came out and said, man, we don't fuck about what they saying.
Yeah.
We gonna go on the training camp with these motherfuckers in there. If they don't like it, they better show up to work. Like,
yeah, I ain't finna just get no motherfucking picks away.
And then it's fucked up too. Like, if that's how hard you feel, okay, cool. But you got a black head coach that his first time coaching, and this is what y'all want to do: lead the whole team. Y'all just want to blow it up. Just say fuck it.
NBA.
And it's fucked up. So you gonna take your ass over there with Steve Nash and let this motherfucker become a first year head coach and get 60+ wins and probably go to the NBA Finals.
Steve Kerr.
Right, but you don't want to stay over here with this dude and with Steven Silas and make some noise over there. So, I don't know.
Mark Jackson, Steve Kerr.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm interested to see what happens with Harden, and then in turn what happens with LeBron, because if Harden don't,
y'all got Schroeder, whatever.
That's what I'm saying. If Harden don't go to Brooklyn, the addition of Schroeder, I'm still putting the Lakers in the NBA Finals with the championship with just the addition of Schroeder. I still got the Lakers going back MVP.
Man,
because I don't give a fuck about what Giannis did. Drew Holiday, I like him, but I'm glad they did get Drew Holiday because he is overrated a little bit and he's gonna play well, but he's a tad bit better than what Eric Bledsoe was. He's a little bit more consistent, a little bit more steady of a point guard, but I don't think that Bogdanovich and Drew Holiday thing is gonna make that big of a difference over there in Milwaukee, like motherfuckers is thinking.
No, but Chris Paul.
It's gonna be exactly what I said. They're not gonna win a championship. They definitely gonna fuck some people's chances up of winning the championship and doing some things. But
you think they'll make the playoffs?
Hell yeah.
Man, I am.
Fifth seed for sure. I give them fifth seed for sure. And I really like Golden State. I think it's gonna be Lakers, Golden State when it's all set. At the end of the year when it's
in
all
the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah. Clippers. I don't think they're gonna do nothing. They may keep Montrezl Harrell, but I don't really see it. This is just a lot of weird shit going on, man. A lot of motherfuckers is I think it's gonna get traded, be on the move. It's gonna be a lot of surprises because of just the times that we're in. I think people are gonna panic with COVID, and I think you're gonna see the owners who got the real balls, they're going to do what they got to do to make their team good now, and they're going to spend that money now. And some of these owners that ain't, they're going to take that slow approach and be like, hey, man, I got to wait a couple of years until we get fans back in there and we can get such and such a woo. So
that's what the Cubs trying to do now.
I think it's going to be interesting because you still got a lot of people out there like Dallas, you never know what they may do. I don't know, man.
It's Atlanta. Atlanta got a lot of capital.
Mm-hmm.
They talking about Gordon Hayward. He got $36 million or something guaranteed.
And Atlanta got a lot of good young players. They just got a good player in the draft. I don't know his fucking name, but put Gordon Hayward over there with Trey Young. That young center they got. They just got another center.
Man, I know I'm not nodding.
You got it.
Am I nodding? Am I fucking nodding? I think I'm nodding, y'all. This shit, I ain't been this high ever. Ever. But, yeah, man.
All right, man. Daeo has succumbed to the weed, man. So we are going to get out of here, man.
Yo, this is true. We didn't even talk about my PS5. Like, I don't want to list, too.
You want to get into it?
No, we ain't got to. We ain't got to.
Well, you got a new iPhone 12 that you got, man.
Man, it's not.
Bag, you over here, man.
Oh, what
man.
This is all credit at least. The PlayStation though, man. Yeah, I was excited about it. Well, I've been really active on my search for it. I'm seeing all these stupid motherfuckers. Let me say that y'all do want to talk about it. I want to talk about all you stupid black motherfuckers and you Hispanics who buy these. I'm gonna take my hood off. I'm talking about y'all.
Okay.
You get this fucking, you go buy shit online, you buy it in bulks, you get these bots, and then you go and you try to resell it for 4 or 5. You are wrong. You are what's wrong with the world. You have fucked up the world and society when it comes to online buying. Everything is resale. Nothing is about, like, you fuck it up for people who actually are interested in getting these things, then you get online and you mock them. I saw a bunch of stupid black motherfuckers on OfferUp, blatantly trying to set people up, posting these pictures with all these PlayStations. Their locations was fucking Madison and Pulaski, fucking Central Park. The Mexicans was over in fucking Humboldt Park, Archer. I'm like, do y'all think somebody finna come and meet y'all somewhere over there with money? Like, you fucking gotta be an idiot. And if not that person, the other motherfucker who's reselling it and not selling them for no less than $1,000. Like, fuck you. I hope you get stuck with it. Stick it up your ass.
I said something that said, don't support these motherfuckers. Let these dumb motherfuckers who went and bought 15 PlayStation, let them sit there with the motherfuckers. Don't buy. Like, why are you buying you buying something that's already been bought? Like, don't buy how the fuck you say it?
For more.
Yeah, like, that's stupid as fuck. Like, I think everybody should do that. Like, and that's why I don't have one, and that's why I wasn't, like, eager to give one, especially when PlayStation said they wasn't releasing them in stores and it was just all online. It's like, alright, man, you already see where this is going. Like, I ain't finna play this shoe game with a PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
it was like the first day, and when they talk about shit like how the bots shit can be in your cart and then it just be removed, that shit kept happening to me, man. I had shit in my cart, I'm getting the checkout, then it's just gone. And I finally came through and I got that motherfucker on the PlayStation website. But just all the shit that you had to go through, and I look at my friend list and nobody got it. I don't see shit. Like Dre wrote me, he was like, yo bitch ass got the game and shit.
Shout out Dre, man. Shout out Dre.
Yeah, man. Dre,
I saw Devin too, man.
You did?
Yeah.
What do you say? You talking about some weed?
I ain't want to say, I'll tell you off air, man. Shout out Lil Devin too, man. He say he looks. He say he listens to it. He say he sees the podcast. I don't know what that means, but. Yeah.
He's like, I see y'all.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Yeah, what up, Lil Devin?
Shout out Dre.
Yeah, he ain't like Lil Devin. But he ain't like that name, is what I meant. But Dre, yeah, man. Dre say he gonna be on the show. I doubt it. Just get more active. And maybe you're a listener. Maybe you're one of our listeners.
Back to the PS5, man. You said not a lot of people got it. I think my brother snuck and got an Xbox and didn't tell me or whatever. But
yeah, man, that's it. I just said, Dre commented on it. I've been looking to see, like, I haven't really seen anybody else on my friend list
that really got it.
with it. Yeah, they're just playing, like, Call of Duty.
I think that's what I'm doing. I think I'm just going to back Call of Duty for the PS4 and then just bite the bullet and fuck around and buy it again for the PS5. If it's that good. That's what people say.
But is that what they playing? I think they playing Modern Warfare.
Not even the new one.
Oh, okay, so they playing that on the 4. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so maybe they playing that shit on the 5? Nah, that's on the 4. Cause
I think you just still play it and do the little console type of shit or whatever. Yeah.
I will say that, like, the transfer of games and data and shit like that is really fast.
Yeah.
Like, that that's the one thing that it did live up to. It's like the speed and shit like that. But I guess we gotta see like some later.
Is it worth it?
I think that because it's early, it's not too many. I only got Miles Morales, so like maybe if I get Call of Duty, maybe if I was a fan of like the online play of Call of Duty, because I have seen like some gameplay of Call of Duty, and that shit do look incredible. I think I'm more anticipating like the show. You know what I'm saying? Even 2K, because I saw like, you see they got like the bigger my court and shit like that. It's really, they say like real big. They redid the whole engine for that. And Madden, I want to see what they do with Madden. Madden's supposed to come out on the 4th. I want to see what they do with that.
But so far,
so far, yeah, it's like
so far, so good.
Yeah, I think they overhyped the controller. Is you know what I'm saying? You would get it and you're like, okay, well, it's different when you first start with it. And I did play like the little PlayStation robots and shit that was on the 4. They got like a whole little Mario type game with that. So like when you using a bow and arrow on that, you can feel it. But it's not like you pulling a bow. Like it's just really, it get real tight and shit. You know what I'm saying? But they make it sound like it feel like you actually pulling the bow and shit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you gotta use your imagination. But it's cool. Like you don't need a microphone or none of that shit. You can just press a button and the microphone will just come on the controller and all kind of shit.
Oh, like an online player?
Yeah. You just press a button and the microphone and that. You know what I'm saying?
Takes away from the camera, well, I guess.
Yeah. But you know, you still need the camera too. I wonder if we can use the old camera. I haven't tried that yet. What? Yeah, man. It's decent. It's decent, and it was a long 3-4 days, but finally got it.
It's been a long show, man. A lot of weed.
Man, I'm woke now.
Good show. Good show. Fuck you. It's over with. I'm done.
I was literally not, man. That shit. I'm gonna tell you off air. But yeah, man, it's been a long show. I think we had we covered a lot of shit. Didn't we? It's been a lot of this. Been a lot of dead space. I'm telling you. I keep telling him. I'm gonna tell you what this nigga did, man. This nigga showed up with 5 blunts. I had 2, and I'm talking about it is nothing but high power, high quality weed in every last one of these blunts. And it is mixed with at least 3 different strands.
You got Tropical Cookies, you got Zaza, you got Hardcore OG, you got Project X. And then the raw blunt that we smoked was all 4 of them mixed up in a raw blunt.
Man, they got key lime, banana runts, lava cake, and it was one of them other cake, ice cream cake, all in one. And then I had fucking the Zaza, the Skywalker, and the gelato in one. So we got all these motherfucking weeds, and we are mixing this shit up. And I mean, this is what you get when you do silly Project X. And that's the one we're smoking right now. Because this is some Project X. I don't know if Project X should be somewhere in the name of this podcast, whether it's not the main name, but one of the topics should be Project X or something, because this is definitely some Project X shit. You know what I'm saying? What we're doing with this episode, with the amount of weed being consumed.
Well, I appreciate you consuming the weed with me, guy. Episode 34 of the Straight Gas Only podcast.
This the exit?
I believe so, man. I'm fucking hungry, man.
Alright, me too. I'm fucking starving.
Yeah.
This has been episode 34 of the Straight Gas Only podcast. I'm Daeo, the truth teller.
I am D-Block.
D-Block, just one name. One name.
That's just the GOAT. What do you mean?
D-Block, the GOAT.
You was the prophet, I'm the GOAT.
There we is. That is. And
got that straight gas, man. You hit it too hard, it make you choke.
And that has been it, guys. Next week, same bet time, same bet channel. Did I do that before?
You did.
You hated it, didn't you? I did it on purpose. I thought he would end it. He didn't.
1980s, you said the same shit again. You like a broken record. Start sounding like Stephen A. and Max Kellerman up there, man.
Hey, man, well, guess what?
I've always told you, man. If Allen Iverson and Kobe Bryant had a baby, it would be Russell Westbrook.
Now you say some stupid shit like that.
Max Kellerman. Now you on this shit, this 5-star diamond shit with the Lakers. Oh, if I had a 5-carat karat diamond. Why am I trading for a 3 karat diamond? Like, shut the fuck up, Max Kelly.
So Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson will be Westbrook.
Yeah.
No, it will be them. It will be greater. It will be somebody greater than Westbrook. Right.
All right, man. We're out of here. Episode 34 of the Straight Gas on the podcast. I am Daeo. Well, you are Daeo. I am D-Block.
He is high, and so am I.
Okay. All right.
DJ Quick Voice.
Oh man, we out of here, man. What's my roster for that, man?
Well, we got loaded up. Still ain't paid for it. 99 cents.
It's paid for, man. Fuck you, man. We out of here, man. Why you turn my fucking shit down, man?
Battery, low battery.
Piece of shit.
Low battery. Low battery. That's it. Joe, I think I was fucking nodding. I'm fucking starving. It is fucking 11 o'clock. Who